Today's show is brought to you by Lovable.
Here we go.
Another Tuesday here in the Take studio. We're ready to watch the best players in the world compete online for 11 rounds. Let's get ready for game week 2.
Looks like Farouz is almost getting it done on the board. Should still be a draw. He's losing now suddenly.
He's throwing a thorn into the white side, holding on here for dear life. The nerves are kicking in.
He's playing with Ghost, afraid to commit.
Did he lose on time?
The clock is his worst enemy right now. Oh, look at this. He's trapped his own king in the corner. The black rook is hit as well.
Whoa, is this a blunder?
Checkmate is coming.
We might get some of those reactions again today. We are here joined in the studio by Grandmaster David Howell. Have you ever had a reaction like this?
Mostly behind closed doors, luckily.
And Jon Christian, you're also here with us today. And you've been playing some chess this weekend. You've been playing in the Elite Norwegian Team League.
Yes.
And how did that go?
Well, it went fairly well. I made 1.5 points out of 3 games, and I played 2 Grandmasters and an FM. So all in all, very well. My games, though, bit sketchy perhaps, but result-wise, very, very good.
He was 1 game away from an international master norm. Just 1 game.
No. Would that be your first?
Yeah, but that being said, it would be an 8-round norm. Yeah. And also in the last game, I had to beat this really strong Grandmaster of 2550, and I just got completely smashed. So I wasn't really very positive that it was gonna happen, let's say.
Well, it was a possibility. And David, you've also played a lot of team chess throughout your career. Yes. And you were playing it was in Germany, right? The other weekend. And a lot of top players, they go and play for different clubs all across Europe, really. I know that there was also team chess in Iceland and in Sweden this weekend. Mm-hmm. What is it like to travel around and playing for different teams?
Yeah, it's fun. I kind of miss it. And I think it suits chess professionals of all levels. Like when you're younger, you get to travel away for a weekend. It's exciting. You get to play, you get to test yourself against super strong opposition, feel part of something bigger as part of a team. It's also decent income. A lot of chess players, they make a living purely off playing these weekends, appearance fees and things. When you're a bit older, it's just nice to be a bit of a tourist, nice to hang out with friends, see people. Yeah, team chess, it's very different. It's different pressures, but it's equally fun.
And my team here from Oslo won the Elite League, so just have to brag to them about that. My personal team actually was relegated down a division, so that was not that great. But anyway, and I know Magnus has also been playing on the team that you played on, Jon Christian, but he didn't have time this weekend.
No, he didn't. He actually considered to come and play a game, but he couldn't manage. But he played the first game of the Norwegian Team League, and he won it in style, I would say. So he enjoys playing us deadly amateurs as well, sometimes at least. And yeah, it's a bit weird with this club formats to some degree, because in chess you have a lot of different clubs in different countries, but there's like no restriction on how many clubs you can actually be a member of. So if you're a member of one club in Norway, let's say, you can be a member of another club in Germany or in Iceland or in Sweden. So there's a lot of these, I like to call them like chess nomads.
Yeah.
That they're chess professionals, but as David mentioned, they play for a lot of different teams in different countries to get some income.
Absolutely. And I guess Magnus, he's not as dependent on this kind of income, so he mostly plays these league games for fun. But Magnus, he was also not playing Title Tuesday last week, which was a really good opportunity for some of the other top guys to win a Title Tuesday. It's always easier when Magnus isn't playing.
That's right. It's always very encouraging. I think that's why we saw Hikaru, for example, maybe go on such a hot streak at the beginning of last week's event, buoyed by the fact that Magnus was absent. But I hear rumors he might be playing this week. He might be back in the mix.
That will be fun to see because Hikaru actually didn't manage to win. It was Sindarov who won last week's Title Tuesday, which does give us the following standings from the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard that we can take a look at. Because Magnus and Lazovic and Firouzja, they're already qualified, so they're not the most important to look at on this one. We need to see that Hikaru, he did get 2 points in split 3 so far. There's only been one game week. We're on game week 2 now. But we do see that Maxime, he clinched 5 points, Andreikin 7, but Sindarov, who did win and got 10 points, he actually is at the top of the split 3 standings, but not in the Champions Chess Tour standings, which is the most important. Because if we take a look at the road to the Esports World Cup, which is the goal of all these players who are playing every single week in Title Tuesday, it is possible to qualify through getting the most amount of points in the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard that we just showed you. It's also possible through the Speed Chess Championship, or I should say was possible, because we already have Firouzja and Lazovic who have qualified through that. And then in April, there will be the Chess.com Open, previously named the Chess.com Global Championship, which could give up to 3 spots. And then, of course, Magnus Carlsen, who is the reigning champion, is qualified already. But the interesting thing here also, David, is going to be the fact that there is an overlap between the Esports World Cup and the Grand Chess Tour. And a lot of the players that are participating here every single week, we saw Maxime, who got 5 points last week. He's also planning on playing in that.
Exactly. Maxime was the head of a group of chess players who wrote an open letter, who were kind of complaining, saying to the organizers in St. Louis, to the organizers of the Esports World Cup, saying, please move, please one of you change. And I don't think there's any official developments, but maybe some optimism from the players that they will be able to compete in both. We talked about chess players making a living by playing leagues. The top players make an incredible living from tournaments like this, and the Grand Chess Tour, of course. So it would be nice to see them all compete, all of the best players in the world being there at the Esports World Cup. But we will see. We will see.
We will see. But we can take a look at who has signed up so far. And look at the names at the top there. We see Magnus, we see Nepo, we see Maxime Vacher-Lagrave, who we were just discussing, Bortnik, who's been here in the studio and has several very good placements. So this looks like a pretty stacked field so far. I'm also trying to see if we can see Sindarov or Abdusatorov, 2 of the guys from Uzbekistan who have been doing really well in chess recently. Abdusatorov, he just won the Prague Masters in front of a really packed field, Jon Christian. But he has yet to win a Title Tuesday after we've changed the format.
Yeah, right. No, I was following the Prague tournament, and especially Jordan van Forest, who's a good friend of mine, I would say, or at least I know him quite well. And he was doing so well, but then he was leading it all, but he lost the last 2 games quite unfortunately, I would say. So that was a bit of a shame for him. But I mean, when some people lose, others win. That's the name of the game.
And we'll see if Abdusatorov signs up, but we can also take a note that Faustino has signed up. He sadly didn't make the youngest Grandmaster ever, David.
Yeah, it's a pity. It was so close. He was 1 game away, Faustino, just like you were 1 game away. But often winning in the last round, which he needed to do, it can be extremely tough, especially against experienced Grandmasters. So Faustino Oro, he'll be a GM, I'm pretty sure, by the end of this year. Like, he's already pretty much at that level. It's just that final step. So what if he doesn't get a record? He'll be aiming higher someday. So nice to see him playing, jumping straight back into the action.
And there we do get Abdusatorov signed up, so this could be an opportunity for him while he's in great shape. He won Tata Steel, he just won the Prague Masters. Can he also win a Title Tuesday? But with Magnus in the field and a lot of the other big names, it's going to be tough. And another player that we know will be playing today is John Bartholomew, our streaming guest. Let's get to know him a little bit better.
My name is John Bartholomew. I'm an international master from the United States. About 10 years ago, I co-founded the platform Chessable, which we ended up selling to play Magnus. Now my new venture is this platform called Chessiverse. This is a platform with over 600 human-like bots. We hope that we can create the most human-like bots possible, but really we're just trying to create, I would say, like a third space for chess players, because you've got the major platforms, chess.com, Lichess. We're not trying to compete with them. We're trying to create a platform where people can play stress-free chess, not worrying about fair play, not worrying about an opponent who's waiting for your moves on the other end of the game. I think my first videos, 11 years ago. So this is me in the Netherlands with Magnus, and we're going through these theoretical endgames.
We're gonna practice a few endgames today.
Some of these, typical rules that you hear good players talk about. It was very clear that Magnus didn't place much emphasis on this terminology and these rules and stuff. He just intuited a lot of it.
So that's the Klingon-Horowitz technique. Is that something you can put a name to that, or is it?
No, I couldn't put the name to it.
I'm playing Title Tuesday today. I'm excited. Yes, it's my first time in the studio here in Oslo. It's amazing. I can't wait. So I think my highest ever score, I want to say, was 7.5. Maybe I got to 8 one time. So if I could get 7, I think that would be excellent.
Okay, so he's saying that his goal is 7, and we do see that he's sitting here. He's ready with a couple of minutes to go. He is sitting in Magnus's office, right, David?
That's right, the 2882 studio.
Yes.
In honor of Magnus's peak FIDE rating.
Mm-hmm. And he is known for playing this Scandinavian opening, which we have shown on the board in front of us here in the studio, with the queen going to a5 in the third move, which I saw that was one of the courses that John has created. Do any of you want to take a guess of how many times John is going to have the opportunity to play the Scandinavian defense today with the black pieces against the king's pawn?
3. You think 3?
3?
Yeah. I'll go 4. Anytime he's black and faces e4, he'll play it. So it's like, what are the odds that his opponents play e4 against him?
Half of the games are black.
Yeah, 5
and a half.
Yeah.
And then half of that is like e4 maybe?
Okay, Team Scandi, I'll say 4, but
4 and
we'll
3.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I've taken note of your guesses. And we can also take a look at how the other streamers we've had here in the Take studios, how they've been doing. He's saying that his goal is around 7, which he would be in very good company with Håvard Haug, Arian Tari, and Aman Hambleton all getting 7 points. What do you think of his chances, David?
I think good. 7 is a very strong score, especially now with the new format and the fact that all the best players in the world are playing. But, I mean, actually, the last time I met John was in 2018 at the World Championship in London. There was a Blitz tournament one evening. I got to the semi-finals. I got knocked out by John Bartholomew. Oh. So I'm going to say he can do it. He can get 7 points.
Wow.
And what about you, Jon Christian? Who are you the most impressed with here on this list of everyone we've had who's visited us in the studio?
Ooh, good question. Maybe Bara, 7.5. That's pretty strong.
Very impressive.
I mean, Bortnik also. Just the fact that he can stream while playing and still gets, I think he got second place with 9 points. That's really impressive. Then again, Bortnik, very seasoned streamer, very, very good blitz player. Yeah, Oro as well, 7.5. That's very good. Same as Amar and Hansen. I think but all of these are very good scores.
I was just impressed that Danny Wrench came out of retirement specially for us, and he got 50% in the tournament. So shout out to Danny for that effort.
Absolutely.
I think Bencia has been put on the wrong place on the table there, right?
We apologize, Alex. We will move you up the scoreboards for next week. But anyways, let's get ready for the second game week of the spring split.
We saw Serrano getting frustrated, getting a bit lost in the endgame maze here. And rather than taking that pawn, Hikaru went walkabout with his king. Oh, he does it now, and MVL's blundered.
Oh, but he has less than 10 seconds, Nihal.
Time though.
This is it. I think he's got enough time. 8 seconds. He's going to get a queen. 8 seconds is more than enough with the queen. Yeah. And there we go. MVL doesn't even try. He resigns. Wow. The lead has been taken down.
And we saw Nihal there, who was doing very well last week and really was in contention to win. We see some of the other top Indian players. Arjun Ergaisi, he is back. He was also, he was disappointed us slightly last week because Arjun, he hasn't really been playing that many Title Tuesdays, and he would really like some points if he has any hope to qualify for the Esports World Cup. So it will be interesting to see if he seizes this opportunity. We also see Fabiano Caruana, a lot of candidates playing, and of course, Magnus Carlsen, the best player in the world.
All right, we have Magnus and his hair on here already.
What can you
like
read?
it.
What can you read from his mood and readiness based on this hairstyle?
Okay, so he's playing a bit. He's playing F4, the bird, I think, which fits his hairstyle. I would say, like I don't know what this is called in English, but yeah, bird-like, definitely. He seems to be in a good mood though, smiling, and he seems to be streaming. Probably theory this, David.
Yeah, it just looks like a reverse Dutch defense, or almost a reverse Nimzo Indian. Bishop out to pin the knight makes a lot of sense, and White's just going to jump in with the knight, going to double the black pawns. This looks like the best bird's opening you could pretty much hope for. The bird's opening not named after Magnus's hair, named after Sir Henry Bird.
Oh, Sir Bird?
Bird is the word, exactly.
Yeah.
The black queen comes out. Magnus is going to take double the pawns, and in the near future he's going to most likely fianchetto this bishop onto a really nice diagonal, first bringing out his knight. Looking good.
Yeah, no moustache though. A bit sad to see that, but his opponent, yeah, rocking a. Is that a slight moustache? I see, perhaps.
Maybe slightly.
Yeah.
And yeah, Magnus, he hasn't had great weeks in recent times.
Yeah.
He struggled. He hasn't won Title Tuesday for a month now, I believe. And, by his standards, by those lofty standards, it's. Yeah, he's been slacking. He'll want to put that to rights.
Could be the longest time he's gone without winning a Title Tuesday. I'm sure he's very interested in doing so and establishing himself on the spring split leaderboard, which he wasn't on because he didn't play last week. So he currently looks to be having a good time back in the Title Tuesday tournament.
Yeah, so the position is heating up a little bit. So question now, what do you do with black? You have the option to, take the knight, but you can also put some more pressure. Now I think Magnus, he either can go with the D pawn or he can move the knight. So he opens up for the bishop to defend the knight. Makes a lot of sense. Now I would like to see G4, like the G pawn, just push it and try to create a kingside attack. I'm not sure if it's correct, but it looks really difficult to face.
Yeah.
And entertaining.
Yes.
Exactly. That's how you play chess, JK.
Yeah. A little bit. Okay, I was the queen perhaps all the way.
Yeah.
Is that a move?
This is a cool idea. If the queen comes out, this is a known idea from the Nimzo Indian defense. If the black pawn touches the queen, you can actually retreat the white knight and come round, give up your queen. There'll be a checkmate if the
very cool
cuts across this diagonal.
Oh, that's very cool.
But yeah, Magnus, he can go for an attack, or he can play it more positionally just by trading knights, maybe pushing this pawn forward and reminding black that there's a big weakness. The double pawns, especially the front one.
Yeah, so last times Magnus has played Title Tuesday, he hasn't done so well, right? And a lot of things that he has done has been these a bit sketchy attacks, like this Queen G4 move, maybe not the best. What's the idea, actually? Yeah. So you take the knight?
He's threatening something.
Yeah, he's threatening to jump out the way with his knight, and there's going to be a double attack on this G7 pawn, but he's giving something up here.
Yeah, so take.
He's going to take everything off the board, and then at the end he's going to win this pawn with his knight, but he's just traded off a strong pawn of his own for a weak pawn of black's. So still an advantage. White's got a good knight versus bad bishop, but I'm not sure I'm a fan.
No,
Okay.
I'm not such a big fan either. I don't know. It seems like he has made things a lot easier for black here. Okay, so queen one back. That's a pin. You need to defend the pawn somehow, rook or pawn.
Yep. One of these two moves will
Yeah.
appear. He's got a big time advantage, Magnus. Normally, that's a good sign for him.
He does, but I feel like the position is so... interesting move.
Wow.
Is that a mouse slip?
Yeah, I thought so at first, but maybe the idea is that he's defending the queen, so this is no longer a pin. And he's saying to Magnus that the pawn cannot take because the knight would be hanging. He's saying, okay, you can trade off queens, and Magnus does that, but white's pawns are quite weak in the center. And here we go, we're in an endgame.
Interesting. Okay, so Magnus, the position materially is going to be even after he takes back the pawn. Question is, how is this knight versus this bishop? So if Magnus can stabilize this knight on the square it is at, I think maybe Magnus is okay. Maybe like playing the pawn to b4 and some pawn to a3 or something. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So he's playing on tricks.
Oh, fe5 as well. Try and tempt him into making this move, which I don't think is very good.
Okay, so Magnus saying that he didn't think that the trade of those rooks was the best, but keep trading off pieces could be harder to win the game then.
Yeah, if it wasn't Magnus, I would say that white's advantage is tiny. But the fact that it's Magnus, the fact that we see the eval bar saying it's quite a bit better now for white, makes me think that, just this powerful knight alone on an outpost and black's weak pawns add up to a bigger advantage.
But let me be a bit pessimistic. I would say Magnus, this is not convincing. Like, Magnus in form would... He crushes these 2-6 players. I mean, 2-6 in chess.com blitz rating, that is. But, I mean, he should win this very convincingly when he's in form. And this is not convincing at all. I mean, he's slightly better time. Should he win? Yes, most likely, but not every time. Like, far from every time.
Yeah, it feels like he's been trying to minimize the risk, which isn't always the way to play in these types of formats.
Knight b7?
Yeah, the knight can fork the rook and the pawn. And black would be forced to go on the defensive there. We'll see that play out. The black rook has to defend its pawn, surely.
I hate it when I feel like I see something, and then when he does it, it's not a good move.
It's a human move.
Yeah, it's not the best move, maybe, yeah?
Commentator.
He's playing a 15-year-old FIDE master from Uzbekistan, which we know is a very strong chess nation. So it's always a little bit uncomfortable to see the Uzbek flag when you're playing on chess.com, and also to know that your opponent is a young, talented, up-and-coming player. But
yeah, there are certain countries or certain flags you don't want to face these days. Uzbekistan is certainly one of them, maybe Turkey another one. Like, there's a lot of these youngsters who are really strong. Okay, now Magnus should be winning. Maybe I'm saying it too early.
what is he saying? Magnus, he doesn't look very convinced.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Forgot about this, I think.
One was the idea.
Oh, he wasn't very happy about this recent development.
He can get a passed pawn, but only one, I think. So go like a3 and b4. Okay, so he runs with the a pawn instead. Interesting.
Now he needs to keep this pawn alive. One of them's dropping. He's going to defend the other one, and now it's a race. Like, bishop takes pawn, the knight will drop back and defend, and can the king get across in time? The bishop will not be able to help the defense against this pawn once it starts running.
I would guess so, yeah.
He starts with the king. Bozorov. Good move.
Yeah, probably a very good move. Magnus, though, he is up on time. If he can just keep on playing and keeping the game alive, he should be winning. But he needs to move.
Oh, he's not quite panicking, Magnus, but he's definitely not confident about
Yeah, look at his expression. This is like disbelief or something. Like, he's...
Yeah, he does not seem totally comfortable here.
Yeah, now he's trying to deflect the black pieces away, and while they're stuck... Oh, that's a clever trick. Bishop takes pawn would lose the bishop after the white pawn runs through. The black king would go and take it. At the very end, there would be a knight fork on this square. Oh, that was a poisoned pawn. But now he's walked into potentially knight.
Oh, but is
round
Magnus
and
going to
the
find
king
that with
coming
30
up.
seconds? With 30 seconds left, is Magnus going to be able to make that decision?
Oh, it's a big call.
Wow.
He's worked it out. His king's going to come in and black's going to get zugzwanged. The white king's just going to wait, and the black king will have to give way. This pawn will drop, and black's doubled pawns on the king's side. Can't create a pass pawn. Magnus is going to get the win.
Okay, impressive though. I mean, finding this with such short time, it's still pretty good.
Good endgame technique. We've heard that before with
Yeah.
Magnus.
Just about not in time.
Just about in time, as he says.
Maybe he is.
And there we go.
Yay.
Not so convincing, but he gets the win. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. A win for Magnus in the first round, which we have seen that he has been able to mess up before, so that's a good start for him. We see that Hikaru, Lazovic, Maxim Bashelagrov, Caruana, a lot of the big names delivering as we expect them to. Do we see a single upset?
Nepo.
Nepo. It shows at the top of our, just ahead of us, FM Jan Zienkiewicz.
Nice try.
Nice try, yeah.
Has defeated Jan Nepomniachtchi. That's
Wow.
the only surprise on the first page there.
Very disappointing for Nepo, but we see that the other big names, they have managed to win their first games. We see that Bluebaum is playing several of the candidates. Even though the candidates tournament is in less than a month, they are still prioritizing playing 11 rounds of Blitz online. I think that's so fun because they don't want to kind of give away what they've been preparing and studying for and what openings they're going to play. And then when you play lots of online Blitz games, that can be tricky. And let's see one of the candidates, Hikaru Nakamura, here playing against Rose Atwell from the United States, a very talented young FIDE master. So I'm sorry to say to Hikaru, I'm rooting for Rose here.
Yeah, she's super strong. She's one of the highest rated women on chess.com, I believe. 2,800 is very impressive. She's only 17. So this is not going to be easy, all US battle. Hikaru, though, he has, while he's been preparing for the candidates, he has been playing this system with B3, quick G3, fianchettoing both bishops. He did it last week, pretty much every game with white. He's trying to do the same again, and he'll hope to break through on this diagonal later.
Yeah, it's like this system is so non-committal. It's just moving out your pieces to decent squares. It's not revolutionizing chess in any ways, but you just get a position which you can play. And Hikaru is good at chess, so he can play a position. He doesn't need to play any critical lines.
Nice pawn chain.
Nice pawn chain.
Yeah.
He's complimenting his opponent, the one that you were highlighting, David.
Yeah, nice pawns. There we go. It was connect 4, but no longer. Now he's just going to slow play it, put his king on the edge of the board, slowly maybe improve his queen, improve his knight, and black's pawns in the center look nice. These double pawns, they control a lot of squares, but no flexibility for black. It's going to be hard to push on that side of the board.
You know what connect 4 is in Norwegian, David?
Oh, tell me.
4 in a row.
4, wow.
Fire på rad.
Fire på rad.
Yes.
David has a Norwegian test coming up on Friday.
Wish me luck, everyone.
And we need to spend this time as well in the studio getting him ready for that.
Exactly.
Indeed.
I might get kicked out of the country if I fail, so wish me luck.
No pressure. Ikke noe press.
Ooh, in the meantime, yeah, today will be the last time I'm speaking English, but yeah, I do have the words to express that Hikaru is better here. This is a big weakness. This is such a strong pawn now.
Yeah, and this bishop on h7, it's just standing there as a big pawn.
Oof. Blocked piece.
Blocked piece for sure.
Maybe.
Even though Hikaru has some blocked pieces as well, but he has this E file going on.
She's going round though. She's going for the pawn. I think Hikaru might have underestimated this one. He's also playing without his knight for now, and without the bishop.
True. Both bishops, to be exact, or kind of.
Kind of, exactly. So what does Hikaru do to save his pawn? He's got 2 moves. Boom, boom, and the pawn is gone. Okay, so he tries to blow the position open just in time.
Okay, that's good though. There's also like rook e5 or something, maybe.
Ooh, cool idea as well. The knight cannot take the rook because of a fork. Maybe the bishop is coming in as well, if given the opportunity. How does Rose continue fighting here?
Okay, so d pawn should move forward, or we give up some square for the knight though on c4. Okay.
Rook e5 also hit the pawn. Rook e5, rook d5.
Okay, so this is all about finding squares, yeah?
Yeah, he's creating room for his knight. There we go. And
okay, but it's a trade.
Yeah, there's an exchange. I think Rose has to be careful here. If she takes with the rook, there might be an exchange, and the white queen will be able to line up on 2 stacked bishops.
Right.
It might be a awkward skewer in that type of position. So
right.
If she can't take this pawn, she's just going to be in trouble. Maybe she has to merely protect her own pawn. But wow, she gives up a pawn on the edge of the board instead. She's trying to deflect away the white knight, but why? What's the reasoning?
What's the follow-up?
She's giving away all her pawns.
D5 also hanging now. Yeah. Looks like it's collapsing.
5.
It's very little counterplay here. Anyone recognize this song?
It's always as it is in the studio. It's like guess the song that the players are singing. We've had Hikaru sing Bad Romance. We've had Nihal sing, what song was that again?
Portuguese.
Danza Kuduro.
Yeah, Danza Kuduro. Thank you, Jon Christian.
Yeah.
And this song, if any of our viewers can recognize this song, please write it to us in our chats on either YouTube or Twitch. I couldn't recognize it. Maybe it was just something he was making up. He seems comfortable, at least.
Very comfortable. He's 3 pawns up. And while this 1 pawn alone paralyzes the whole black army, he's going to slowly walk forward. His queenside pawns, pass pawns, those will decide the game.
I think black can resign by now. I think, Hikaru has very good technique in such a position. Exactly. So there we go.
I was better here. B4 here was good.
He's immediately reviewing his game, and there are many minutes left. Let's take a look at another candidate, Fabiana Caruana, playing against another one of the top-rated women on chess.com, Alexandra Kostenyuk, who has also won the Women's World Championship several times, and also in Blitz and Rapid. So
what is going on in this position?
What is going on here, yes.
Yeah, black is currently the exchange up. That means an extra rook for white's knight, and it does feel like Fabiana's got full control now. I think Kostenyuk, she's run out of attacking options. Black really wants to, Fabiana really wants to push his pawn 1 square further and deliver the kiss of death on this square, and it's going to be hard to stop. Alexandra is so locked in, so focused, but she's running out of time.
Yeah, she needs something right now, maybe knight d3, but I don't know. I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, maybe he keeps pushing this.
D5 and then.
Yeah, the game goes on. The game goes on. She does play that move. Good way of fighting. Or he tries to open up the H file instead. This file had to be blocked, had to be kept closed. Now, what to do about the attacked bishop?
Look at the time, though. Kostenyuk is just losing on time here. Even though she manages to survive the position somehow, she's not going to survive the clock.
Yeah, there's too many diagonals near the white king open. But she's fighting well.
Yeah.
The last few moves have been very good.
Yeah, she's giving Caruana something to think about. And our viewers are quite obsessed with the fact that their glasses are matching and they look a little bit alike in the way that they're sitting as well.
Exactly. They can't see each other, but they were mirroring each other's poses there.
How did I not spot that before?
Superman glasses, the superpower. Fabiano is going to win this one, though, with his extra material and his extra time. Kostenyuk, it's as if the producers knew that we were making those jokes about the glasses. They put up a photo where she looks very disapproving of our comments.
I would like to put up some lookalike pictures now. But,
yes.
Okay, it does look like Fabiano. He's just trying to put the finishing touches on. Probably he'll move his bishop away. But, okay, wow. No, we actually have seen a few moves. The game has progressed a little bit. But it does look like Fabiano is going to get the win, and we'll be leaving the board any moment now.
Yes, a win for Fabi, who then has increased to 2 points. We see it in the graphic at the very bottom. So he has won the game, and 2 points out of 2 possible so far. A good start for Fabiano, who's just getting really warmed up. And let's see how our streaming guest, John Bartholomew, International Master, playing here against another international master, could be moving on to his second victory as well. What do you make of this position, Jon Christian?
Okay, so materially it's balanced. They have the same amount of pieces and pawns, but yeah. Bartholomew is threatening to take this pawn on a3. Maybe not actually. Actually maybe. Yeah. So white needs to be a bit careful. Okay. He gets a very nice knight into the center, attacking the pawn.
And the time is going to be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. The time is a big problem. He's white is losing for sure because of the time. Like, the position is maybe holdable. Black is probably, more or less, he's better, but not winning. But he's better. But because of the time, he's certainly winning.
Yeah, and John's playing really positionally, really nicely. He's just going to remove this knight at the right moment. There we go, force it back, so he's going to plant his knight into a nice outpost. But he's just playing with his food here. He's going to win on time. And exciting, 2 out of 2. Good start.
Very good start.
His
nice to see.
7. He's on the way.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the way so far and seems to be happy with himself. And he's taking the time to explain to his viewers how that game went down. There's another 2 rounds until we can maybe hear from him in the break. In the meantime, let's see if there's any games still ongoing. They're probably down to their final seconds. We see that Jan Gustafsson is playing against Abdusatorov, but looks like Abdusatorov has a big advantage on the evaluation bar for that game, and he does clinch the victory. And that means that most of the big names, the big favorites in this field, they are at a perfect score, 2 out of 2. Faustino as well. Despite not making Grandmaster this recent week, he is doing well in Title Tuesday, as he often has been doing. And Deak also was doing well last week, so he seems to be in shape as well.
Yeah, the Romanian Brad Pitt, our viewers called him. Well done, Daniel Deak.
You keep on trying to make that a thing, David?
Yeah, I mean, it's our viewers, it's not me. You got the win eventually as one of the final games to finish in the second round.
Yeah, I saw that Bartholomew's opponent was also an international master, but they were very different rated. Like Bartholomew has like 2,800, whereas his opponent had 25. How big of a correlation do you think it is between Blitz rating and classical rating? Is it significant or not so significant?
I think sometimes. Normally it's a lot about age as well. Like often the older generation, maybe they play a bit less or they're not so familiar with the Blitz tricks, so their ratings are a bit lower. I think John's opponent in that game was one of the older
I
in the
see.
field.
Yeah.
But often, you know that your opponent's young and promising if they're rated 3,000 and they're only in FM, for example. In the meantime, it's a clash of the GMs as early as round 3.
It is. Magnus versus Savannah. Here they have.
See how he deals
it's going to be
I'm sure he hasn't seen that.
Carlsbad structure, I assume.
He says he's sure that he hasn't seen that one before. So Magnus trying to play some weird moves with pushing his pawn on the side of the board.
Feel like this is the psychological battle. Like Savannah plays this early age A6 move, and then Magnus is like, haha, I'm gonna do the same to you on the other side of the board.
This is chess player humor.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and the other layer to that psychological battle is the fact that Magnus is the one that made pawn to A6 on move 3 really popular in recent times. So Savannah's kind of using Magnus's one of his favorite ideas against him.
Yes, don't I?
What is the point with A6?
It defeats the purpose of reading.
It's to threaten. It's to try and force white to take in the center early. With A6, you're threatening to go for a delayed Queen's Gambit accepted and just take the pawn, and then back up the pawn, create a pawn chain.
Right.
Kind of, it's a useful waiting move as well in many variations, but white often does have to go into this Carlsbad structure, which isn't always to everyone's taste.
Okay, so whoa. Long castle. That's very ambitious.
Should be quite dangerous.
Okay, he's saying that he's going for an attack. Do you approve of this, Jon Christian?
Well, it's like, surely your attack is potent, but so is your opponent's. So I don't know. This is going to be a race, I feel like. I thought the position was going to be a bit dull, but now, now I feel like no, this is going to be a very cool game.
Yeah, and he knows that Rasmus Fana is he's the oldest Fana brother, and he's more positional by nature, as opposed to the younger brother who's much more tactical. So maybe Magnus is trying to play against his opponent's strengths as well, saying, okay, it looked like a positional battle, but nope, no maneuvering. I'm just going to attack you, and Rasmus gets there first. He's going to start pushing the pawns. Who's going to win the race?
Yeah, so what you want to do...
Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands?
Cayman Islands.
The Vincent Cayman Islands? What?
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mouselet.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I feel like we got quite a lot from that audio snippet there. That was absolutely not Magnus's intention. He meant to play the pawn 2 steps forward and instead lost it on the way there. And the evaluation bar seen at the top of the screen really reacted negatively to Magnus's move there.
Yeah, so Magnus, though, he immediately just switches tactic, and instead of going on the race on the king's side, he changes and goes for the middle instead. So, and the position is far from clear. I don't know even if black is better. Probably is fairly even.
Yeah.
I would pick white still, I think.
I think I'd pick white too. Like, despite the isolated pawn in the center, which could become weak, like, if black ever blockades it, at the very minimum, white could just take and probably equalize the position. Like, light squares feels like you're closer to getting to the black king than anything getting to the white king. But yeah, it's interesting because, like you said, like the mouse slip, like there's way worse mouse slips to make. He could have mouse slipped away a piece.
Yeah.
Could have lost a pawn or something. But like he lost one move in the race, therefore he couldn't go for the race, just too slow. But he makes it positional instead.
Maybe this is a good wake-up call.
Yeah, and just very instructive for everyone at home that he can switch gears. And most people, they're like, okay, I have to checkmate my opponent or nothing. But Magnus is like, okay, checkmate won't work now. Let's find a different way to play the game.
I remember there was a period of time where Magnus would click on the piece and then on the field that he was moving it to avoid mouse slips. But apparently he's back to his old ways of dragging the pieces.
Ooh, risky.
I'm still looking at Magnus's hair, and I thought about, do you know Johnny Bravo?
Yes.
Yes.
He had this like very long, I don't know.
Tall hairstyle?
Yeah. Maybe as a bit of a Johnny Bravo hairstyle, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his catchphrase, Johnny Bravo? Whoa, mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it dubbed in Norwegian. I don't know if that's anything we should bring up here, but name is still the same, which is good.
Interesting. There's been some developments on the board. Magnus's bishop got pinned. He did win the knight, but now he's trying to do some sneaky stuff by pinning the black pawn to its queen. And if he can win this pawn, that's a very valuable pawn to win. He's going to run through with his own pass pawn. I know I said pawn a lot there, but it's all about the tension.
Okay, so what's going on? Rook c4 maybe for black?
Magnus can also grab this one. If he
right, that's a bit greedy, but probably fine.
Probably fine.
Yeah.
Why not?
Magnus doing some facial expressions.
No. Free pawn. I mean, this pawn is going to be really dangerous now. Okay, so black maybe counter-attack. I thought, maybe queen b4 was an option too, but...
Yeah, he threatens mate.
So how do you defend? Queen c3 maybe?
Yeah, it's one of these two, right? You have to go here or the whole way home.
Yeah, maybe it's fine too.
Is there a difference?
You can give a check also. If you don't want the king to go to the left side to join the center, maybe just give a check first to get it out of the way to the right side and then return with the queen.
And then come back somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, big decision to make for Magnus. He does give that check.
Very even clocks.
Now he offers the queen exchange. Black, of course, says no.
Check. Corner or no? Corner. Yeah, corner.
He would love to kind of just push his pawn forward and give the king some breathing space. Now there's back rank tricks, like black is threatening queen takes pawn, for example.
Right.
When the white rook moves, there would have been a checkmate. But okay, Magnus pushes.
Okay. That's a critical move, I think. Probably in positions like this, you don't have a lot of time extra, so you need to be very precise with your move. You could give luft with the A-pawn, so your king has breathing space, but maybe then suddenly it's a draw or the position is no longer winning. So, here you need to be really, really precise.
Yeah, and as our chatter says at the top there, this should be an equal game, but it's Magnus Carlsen. I think there's a lot of point to it. Like, the clock is in Magnus's favor, and I think it's easier. Like, White's plan is just boom, boom, like a new queen. Like, at some point, maybe you push a pawn, or some point you just defend your back rank with the queen. With Black, it's like, what do? Do you have to blockade with your queen? But that doesn't feel like long-term, doesn't feel safe. Svana's frozen. He attacks a rook.
Yeah, so right now, if Magnus could move, the pawn could not go forward because we could still take it due to this lack of this back rank checkmate, exactly. So Magnus needs to defend the rook now. Probably, it goes back with the queen. That makes a lot of sense. Now he's threatening to push the pawn also. Okay, makes luft. Now queen c7 is coming. Probably.
Yeah, then he'd have to work out the the rook endgame. There we go. If the queens come off the board, which I think they have to now, Svana goes behind. Magnus massively better according to the evaluation bar. Maybe the plan is to walk the king up the board.
Yeah, probably. It's not so clear to my eyes though, but
it's not clear at all.
Because the king is a bit cut off, right? How is this winning so? Can you go rook d5 and just try and gobble up pawns?
Oh, he pushes his own pawn there.
Oh, and maybe maybe he's focusing on just playing as quickly as possible, going for flagging.
Yeah, big time advantage, but now the only plan is to go with the white rook. There we go.
So he gives up the very nice pawn, but maybe he will get the passed pawns here.
Yeah, they're too quick.
Yeah.
Black's counterplay too slow. I think Svana wasted too many moves with his rook. He should have been pushing his king earlier.
Rook a4, that's a very classy move.
Look at Svana, he is upset.
Magnus is in time to both catch the pawn and protect his own pawn. So
Svana
Magnus is
hitting
winning.
the table.
And there we
Very
go.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Svana was close, but not close enough. He was always one tempo behind. And there we go. Magnus gets the win, moves on.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff.
Time, am I not?
And Magnus not celebrating enough, or not very much, but he does move to 3 points. And guess who else moved to 3 points, guys? It's our neighbor, John Bartholomew, who just beat Pranav in his third game.
Very impressive.
That means he'll have 3 points going into the fourth round. Very impressive by John Bartholomew, who said his goal was 7 points. He's almost halfway there.
Yeah, he only needs 4 from the remaining 8 rounds. We don't want to jinx it, but he's doing
We don't
well.
want to jinx it.
I did say he's really good at blitz. He's got like such a natural feel. He doesn't like try anything too flashy. Really good positional player, John, I believe.
The most important question though, how many Scandinavian openings has there been so far?
Ooh, we have not been paying attention to that so far, but we'll be sure to ask him in the break. And you have the answer?
One. But it was against Pranav. He beat the world junior champion with the Scandinavian.
All right, impressive.
Wow.
And we can also see other shocking results that Abdusatorov, he has lost against an international master. Maxime Vacher-Lagrave lost his game. So a lot of the favorites dropping points, but not John Bartholomew, who we can actually see here on the bottom of the screen. He is nearing the top boards with these good results.
Yeah, he's just down there, Bartholomew. There we go. The game's a big gun though. He's literally at the bottom of the screen, and well, we're going to follow him in this next round.
Let's go.
Okay, no Scandinavian because he has white, alas. But it's a Queen's Gambit declined instead.
Playing against another Uzbek young guy, which is always scary. But he is playing a fellow international master, but a very highly rated one at that.
And here we go. It's one of the main lines of the Queen's Gambit declined. Very solid stuff. This pawn move is a bit of a waiting move, asking black to take this pawn, and then the white bishop can jump out in one go, rather than having wasted a move with his bishop.
Do you ever want to play c5, go forward with this pawn.
Yeah, especially after Black's last move. I think it much more tempting for White now to step forward. And like the argument is that White's move is quite useful to support the whole pawn chain, whereas Black's move, there we go, not so useful. And also our favorite pawn structure.
Yeah.
Nice space advantage.
Do you remember, David, what it was called?
Fierde Porad.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Good.
Yes.
Doing good. Getting ready for the Norwegian test. I'm going to challenge you to do a stream in Norwegian one day, David.
And
a complete stream.
Yeah, not today. Okay, he's making his opponent think. His opponent, I like the map in the background.
Yes.
Very worldly of him, but he doesn't seem to be so comfortable in this position. I was about to say, I believe Black needs to trade off pieces because Black's a bit cramped, especially on the queen side now. So this is a good idea for Black.
Generally a good idea when you have little space to try and trade off pieces so that the few pieces you have left have more room to work on. And yeah, interesting position now occurring.
Yeah, maybe slightly hasty by John there to trade off in the center because Black will get a very quick attack in the middle of the board. Okay, some strange moves though. Playing on the side, he's weaker there from Yarov even. And if John just drops his bishop back, he's going to have this pawn chain for life. Black will need to go on the other side of the board.
So Yarov, he is a 16 or 17-year-old Uzbek international master, but he did actually just get a Grandmaster norm in the Aeroflot Open, which Faustino was playing, trying to get his final Grandmaster norm. So this guy, he's also going to be a Grandmaster one day, and he's on the way there.
Wow, his first name is Muhammad Zokid.
Thank you for attempting that for us.
Muhammad Zokid. That is a longest first name I've seen in.
When is your Uzbek
Uzbek test?
Your Uzbek test, is it coming in soon? Because I feel like you will pass it with ease.
Give me a few months before the Olympiad. I'll lock in.
Yeah. Bishop E2. That's a bit of a passive move, no? I would like to put it on A2 maybe, but he's probably. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, like he's quite a positional player, John. Like very, very good understanding of chess. But yeah, I think his desire to make it as simple as possible and to go for this positional battle. Maybe he's made a few too many concessions, but we'll see. He's solid. He didn't want to get attacked. I think that's why he opened up the C file.
Yeah, right.
He wanted to give some leeway if he trades off all the rooks, as he's doing now. At least he knows he'll be solid-ish. I do think this knight, though, is a bit dominated by the black bishop. Like, it cuts across any square this knight wants to use in future.
Yeah.
Just got to be careful not to get just one really bad piece.
Okay, so rook c3, probably trying to dominate the C line.
Yeah, one of these two rooks.
Yeah, somewhere.
I'm getting worried about John's clock now because he is a minute down and he hasn't really played in Title Tuesday since they changed the format, no increment. So I'm worried to see what he will handle these like final time scrambles without any extra time on the clock made per move. That's going to be interesting to see if we get there.
Yeah, they still have a lot of time, but I think it might come down to a time scramble because this type of position can typically lead to a lot of just going back and forth with the pieces, and then eventually when time is low enough, then somebody blunders.
He needs to speed up. I think he's just struggling to find a plan. I like his last move. He's at least got the option now of bringing his knight off the edge of the board if he needs to.
Yeah.
But okay, watch out. Black's attacking this one now on the h4 square. That pawn needs to be defended. There we go.
Yeah.
It just looks very, very equal on the board, but the clock is the biggest factor right now.
And yeah, John is actually sitting right next to us, or in the room next to us. Yeah. So he cannot hear us. He's streaming as well, but he is playing here from the Oslo Take studio.
Yeah, and he's been here before in Norway. I think he's got fond memories. He likes the place. Hopefully that brings good vibes. But okay, his opponent's going for it now. Yarov is trying to activate on the king side, maybe breaking through, opening up more lines.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't come without risk, though. I mean, once you try and open this up, Bartholomew is going to get some activity as well. So I like what he's doing.
get that knight off the edge of the board, though. Like, at some point, he just needs to bring it back in. That would have been the perfect square for the knight, where the queen is sitting. Can he go pawn hunting is one question. He is going pawn hunting.
Bit greedy, but maybe fine.
Yeah, and big question is whether black can
go back.
and he's offering a draw, maybe, but I don't think his opponent's going to accept.
Yeah, considering the time situation here with a minute left on the clock, he plays on, avoids the queen trade, but is he making some risky moves right now?
Is that a pawn? It is a pawn, but do we want to take it?
His opponent's opened up possibilities for the knight to come in.
It's a long way to go, though.
It's a long way to go.
I want to prevent that.
John is still streaming and commenting on his moves, but with 1 minute left, that's going to be very hectic.
See that he's locked in. Oh, now he's going to get the better position for sure.
Yeah, he shouldn't lose this now. It's so blocked.
It all depends on the clock, though. I mean, look at this. He has 1 minute or less than 1 minute, so he needs to be quick.
It's time to make those pre-moves. Just move the bishop back and forth, back and forth. If he wants to take that bishop, he can, but I don't know. I don't think he should. Knights are easier to use in these types of positions.
Just be quick.
His opponent's going to try and trade off, though.
Black has basically no...
And this is
okay, he can...
draw, probably?
Right.
Almost certainly?
He's saying it's a draw.
47 seconds, though, John.
We're going to find out what really happens.
Okay, now just wait. Wait with the king. Oh, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, God.
He deserves a draw here. He does not deserve to lose, but time is everything in Blitz chess and Title Tuesday especially.
Let's see if Sierra is sneaky now, if he starts doing something else.
You can play e5. I think that's one break.
I just got to play fast, John is saying.
There we go. New question. He's freeing up his own knight.
No, I can maybe force a draw. Maybe.
Oh, can he force the draw? Pawn takes pawn. He would win a pawn. His opponent plays on. His opponent's taking a massive risk. Now white's winning. White's going to go round.
Sure that was wise, but they're going to try it.
Wow, John is winning. He's threatening some positions to get the knights off the board. He's threatening to go after this pawn. His opponent's gambling. 26 seconds.
Make your decision. Make your decision, John.
He can give a check. There we go.
I might...
It's just a draw?
I think he might
have
missed this move. He might have missed this move.
That's a big move.
I think I lose
no,
now.
he's gone the wrong way with his king. He's going to get six-banged opposition.
Tough.
He has to give way.
Aye.
Wow, what a gamble from Ciarov there.
Face off.
It was about the clock. So close, so close. But no cigar.
But John does seem to handle this loss with a smile. Let's see how Hikaru Nakamura is doing in a way worse position according to the evaluation against Bharat here.
Oh, the pawn count is not in Hikaru's favor. It's 5 versus 4. No, wait, it's 5 versus 4.
Very difficult
Struggling to count there. So many double pawns for white, but unfortunately the white king is going to be paralyzed forever, and the G pawn is going to start running. There we go.
It's a draw. If I trade first, it's a draw. I cannot believe myself. I have.
Well, Hikaru disappointed there, giving his first loss. And we can also see that Magnus, he beat Aravind. Lazovic also with 4 points after winning against Moroni. A lot of the favorites doing well, but we see Faustino also reaches 4 points, but Hikaru gave away a point. And sadly, also John Bartholomew losing his first game. And it's a little bit tough to bring that one into the break, David.
Yeah, we jinxed him. Like he was winning every game that we didn't follow. And
this is the classic thing we do here.
But it's tough. I think as a streamer, like I've tried it myself, multitasking. It's so difficult, and just that 1.5 minute gap that he fell behind quite early on.
It was an interesting game though, and also he got chances even to win because his opponent was willing to risk it all in order to win the game. But it paid off. This is like this type of tournament with this type of time format where you don't get any extra seconds for each move. You need to be quick. So you can afford to take a lot of risk in order to play on your opponent's clock. And well, as we saw in Bartholomew's game, his opponent, it paid off.
Yeah, really clever maneuvering from his opponent, waiting, and then only testing him when he was down under 20 seconds. Good skills, pays off, especially in this blitz format. And yeah, more surprises this round. It definitely felt like Hikaru falling. Not a good sign, but it's break time for the players.
Absolutely. And the players, they now, after 4 rounds, they have a short break, and we will be back in just a second. All right, and I hope and believe that we are able to have a small chat with John during his break, because he did start with a perfect 3 out of 3 and then sadly lost his 4th game. John, how are you doing in there?
I'm doing well, Kaya, as much as I can be after that loss.
Well, that's understandable, because you were winning at a certain point in the end there.
Yeah, I feel like that was the classic Title Tuesday gamble that my opponents probably rightly went for. You know, I said on my own commentary here locally, I was keeping the position nice and calm and playing very solid, steady chess, but I was playing much slower than my opponent. My opponent was playing twice as fast as me, and that's the price you pay in this format.
Because you haven't played a lot with, you haven't played in Title Tuesday after they changed the format to remove this kind of increment. How has that been for you?
Yeah, that's correct. It's been good so far, but a little bit of an adjustment. And thanks to Bjarnar for the little warm-up earlier today. He had me play a practice game while they shot some B-roll footage here at Take. So that was my warm-up for Title Tuesday, was playing one unrated 5-minute game, getting back into it.
And also in our studio, we have a chessboard in front of us, and we set up the Scandinavian defense with the black pieces in honor of you. I don't know if you can see that, but we have a little bet going on here in the studio of how many times today you'll play the Scandinavian, and you just beat Pranav with it.
Yes, I beat Pranav, Buddy Pranav, I think he's called online. So yeah, I got an unexpected checkmate at the end, but I'm very happy to be playing the Scandinavian in Scandinavia. The only better way, I think, is if I could use it against Magnus himself. But, you know, one can only wish for so much, so we'll see.
All right. Well, you're on track, definitely, and probably in front of your goal of getting 7 points today. So good luck to you. We'll let you have a couple of minutes of break so that you can prepare for the final part of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you, Kaya, and it's wonderful to be here, and can't wait to join you guys later.
See you then. All right. So I forgot to tell John that my name is not Kaya. But it's good that he's focused on the chess and that he is he's getting ready, and he was positive. He has 3 points out of 4, which is above and beyond what we can expect. And sadly losing his 4th game. Any other results that kind of speak to you here, Jon Christian?
Well, I see that most of the high-rated players won their game, so not too many big upsets, maybe except for Hikaru, who lost. But then again, like the fourth round is the round when you start to face actual proper opponent, like people who are approximately on your level. So, I mean, it's. There's going to be upsets for sure in this round, and I don't know if upset is really something to call it. It's just, yeah, there's going to be variety in when like a 2300 player faces a 2100, for example. I mean, it's not such a big difference in skill level, honestly.
And there's going to be a lot of tough matchups ahead, but let's take a look at one of the moments we had so far. Magnus here playing an endgame against a young, talented Uzbek player, and Magnus figuring it out in the very final seconds.
Yeah, and it's not the first time. There was also a few weeks ago on Title Tuesday, an endgame we were covering. It was a rook endgame. Magnus had to see it was around 15 moves in advance just to be 100% sure he was winning. Here again, he calculated that he could trade the knight for the bishop, go into this king and pawn endgame. His opponent would run out of moves, and eventually he would win a pawn. He actually went into this a pawn down. but ends up winning just because his opponent has these awful double G pawns. And a typical endgame technique. I think we're used to this from Magnus by now. Last time he did this, Levi Rosman, Gotham Chess, made a reel out of it, transitioning into a winning king and pawn endgame. Maybe he'll do the same after this one.
We will be excited to see that. And Magnus, he has, since this game, won all of them and is now at a perfect 4 out of 4. Very good start for him. Didn't play last week. He would really like some points and get his name up on the third split, the spring split leaderboard. Do you think he pays attention when he isn't playing Jon Christian? Do you think he goes and checks who won when I wasn't here?
Yeah, I think actually he does. Magnus, he likes to play chess, but he also likes to follow chess. I know that he looks at a lot of classical tournaments, how people are playing. Yeah, I mean, it's one way of that he keeps updated on what's going on in the opening theory and what people are doing and playing. And I also think, I think he follows the Title Tuesday as well, even though when he's not playing. So yeah.
And he is now going to be playing against this very talented Suyarov, the international master from Uzbekistan, who just got a Grandmaster norm in the Aeroflot Open. He won against Daniil Dubov and against Alexander Grishuk in classical chess, which is quite the feat. I believe that was one of the first games Dubov has lost in classical chess in like years.
Yeah, Dubov, I know he'd been undefeated for, 70, 80 games, classical chess, which is not...
Oh, wow.
No mean feat. And I mean, most impressively, Suyarov, he beat John Bartholomew. So,
yes.
So Magnus is out for revenge on behalf of the Scandinavian fans out there. And he plays the London system. And, okay, interesting start to this game. What to do next?
And Magnus has like a little smile on his face. What do you think he's planning now when he's spending so much time making these first moves?
Yeah, I mean, the infamous London system, you either hate it or you love it, I suppose. Been really, really popular the last, let's say 5 years, maybe even. It's a very... it's a simple system to learn, so you can just make the same moves more or less every game, and you will get a good position. But then the question is, how good is it at the top level? And Magnus has been actually playing it quite a bit, also in classical chess. And he knows what he's doing, but is he getting anything here, David?
Yeah, I think Magnus might have mixed up his move order. He's smiling, he's enjoying this.
Sounds coming from my son in the background.
Okay.
The baby's calling, the baby's crying.
Will Magnus react? Can we hear it? Can we hear it?
He's eating porridge right now.
Wow, okay. Baby MC is eating porridge. I was going to say Magnus has kind of mixed up his move order because he had to part with his light squared bishop early, and I don't think he's gained too much in return. Black can trade queens. Black can maybe just keep the queens on. And at some point Black will trade off, so the doubled pawns is not really such a big issue here.
I have to hear more of what Magnus is. He's not talking about the game most of the time right now.
I'm just playing like a total idiot.
Did he just say he's playing like a total idiot?
Oh, sounded that way. But
baby Magnus disapproving of the opening choice, perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah. His son's probably just sat there being like, how can you misplay the London system like this and be worse after 9 moves? Come on, Dad. Do better.
It's making the baby cry.
Exactly.
We can also take a note of this background that we were talking about that Suyarov has with all of these white knights placed all across the board. Maybe that's places he's played tournaments or something. That would be a very cool map to have.
That's a good point. Trying to figure out exactly which countries those are.
Peru, I think, on the left. That's my guess.
Nice.
Or maybe...
Okay. Shout out with your best guests, viewers. We need help. Our geography is probably...
Egypt, I think, in the African continent.
Okay, that sounds like a good guess. In the meantime, queens are off the board. Magnus is doing Magnus things. He's going to try and cement a bishop in the opponent's camp there. That has been prevented.
Okay, so what Magnus has is a massive time advantage. He has 1.5 minutes more on the clock, and that's Oh, I cannot state it too often or enough that time in this format is such a big factor. And well, we saw last game that Suyarov played very quickly against Bartholomew, but now he's facing Magnus. And what is G4 a thing?
Yeah, Magnus gave up his knight. He gave up a knight for a pawn there in order to trap his opponent's knight, and he's going to come out with huge interest here. He's going to take this pawn, plant a knight in.
Very nice.
My guy just got tricked.
You just got tricked. Suyarov knows he's been tricked.
Yeah, he knows, but he will keep on fighting, of course.
Mm-hmm. Magnus has an extra pawn now. It's not the most pretty of pawns. There's this odd
castle
kind of pawn structure here.
Long castle.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Smiling about it, Magnus. He heard you.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, he also has the better minor piece. The knight is coming in. He can defend his pawn at will, and this h-pawn might also be very useful to break up the black pawn chain.
Looks like Magnus is enjoying himself and finding like humor in the game, which is always a good sign. And he is now involving his rooks. He has a huge time advantage and a big positional advantage, so we're counting on him to cash this win in.
Okay, so he needs to be a bit careful now. What is he doing?
Wow.
H6? Okay, so now it's getting a bit tricky, is it?
Yeah.
Magnus can get checkmated if he's not careful, actually.
Rook takes pawn is one idea, but then the white rook goes in as well with a check, and the black king would be forced back. There, he can do multiple things. Maybe the knight would just drop back to defend everything.
Like if you give black 3 moves, white is checkmated.
Take, check, and the other rook would come in.
Yeah, and that's checkmate.
Yeah, 2 black rooks coming in.
Unfortunately, they play 1 move each at a time.
Now Magnus, his threats have been stopped, so he might need to take a time out and go defensive before the counterplay becomes too strong.
Can he take on c6? Is that complete madness? Probably, yeah.
Apparently it was also good, but this was the best. Threatening a nasty knight fork, so the black king gets out the way. Now Magnus continues throwing those pawns forward. He's trying to go on the attack, even with the queens off the board.
Yeah, cool. I like it. Seems like it's working.
Mm-hmm. Feels like he's breaking through. He's going to trade off some pawns. He's going to push this pawn forward. Keep hammering in on that black king. That looks so strong.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, bro.
Why is he thinking so much, though? This should be fairly easy, right?
Should be. Maybe he's trying to weigh up the differences between pawn takes pawn or immediately pushing this one forward. Maybe he's just listening to the baby cry.
Yeah, it could be.
Bro is so happy. Feel good, play good.
Let's see if we can hear what Magnus is listening to.
Okay, I have some ideas.
Okay.
I have some ideas. And he is attacking the king even more. Now he has 2 pawns and a rook, all of them working towards the pawn in front of the king.
And the worst part is the black king cannot even go and take this pawn due to a knight fork with a check. So black is stuck. And
ooh, that's not the move you want to make.
Magnus is going to finish this one in style. Pawn check. Either king takes pawn would walk into the fork.
Here, boom, back, rook g4, checkmate.
Magnus found the mate.
It's going to be mate on the board. There we go. Magnus wins in style.
Every day scene.
Magnus really enjoying himself during this game and wins convincingly. Let's hear Faustino and see how he's doing here against Barat. And Faustino with a perfect score so far with the white pieces, lower on time, but he does have an attack against the king, it seems like.
Rook f4 is threatened.
Ooh, rook takes pawn. There were some pins along the central file, no longer available. This is tricky because white's pieces look so good, but having a knight in these positions means you can defend so nicely. This could easily turn against the white king. The white queen doesn't have too many squares either.
Faustino down on time significantly, and he's spending way too much time. I mean, it's a tricky position, so he's trying to find something, but time is ticking.
He sees it. He's getting stressed.
Ooh, there was a big threat there against the white queen indirectly with a knight check. So the pawn now defends the queen. But the queen is forced back. Shake of the head from Faustino. He's getting his queen out of the way. I quite like what he's doing, but the evaluation bar doesn't approve at all. The knight is coming in.
Yeah. Feels like these positions, when you are down on time, what matters is if you have a position that is easy to play. And
he had to take that knight. He had to take that knight while it's still available, but that was difficult.
Yeah.
He had to take it and then just walk out with his king.
Shaking his head again.
Ooh, it's chaos now.
Black just needs to make moves and
10
he will win.
seconds for Faustino.
He's got no time and he just resigns.
Oh, no.
It was an equal position, but he had to, in the final position, give up material, give up his rook for a knight, and the game would have continued, but just the clock.
Yeah.
All about the clock.
Cool.
And Faustino only has 3 points, but it looks like he's kind of realizing that he did have some chances there towards the end. He's analyzing the game, and surely slightly disappointment for him. What about Arjun Erigaisi, who has perfect 4 out of 4 so far, who would really like to win his first title Tuesday since they changed the format?
This is a crazy position. Evaluation bar says level. That's because there must be perpetual check, but he's playing with fire here, Arjun, walking his king out into the open. If white gets another check, it might be another mate. No, he's walked into the wrong square.
But time, though.
Time, 5 seconds for black. It's repeating the position. Black is winning here, apparently, but not easy at all, and it's going to be a draw by repetition. Ooh, bailout for Sigurov just in time.
A fair result.
Wow. Yeah, I think both players should be relieved.
Yeah.
When you leave both of your kings in that kind of a dangerous situation with less than 10 seconds on the clock, anything can happen. And in that case, I think they're just relieved they didn't lose any of them. We do see that Hikaru and Maxime Bachel-Lagrave and Caruana have all stricken back after some disappointing results. But there's not many players that have the perfect score. Lazovic, Movahed, Terry, Magnus, and Barat and Sarana. So a lot of the names we're used to seeing here in Title Tuesday, David.
Yeah, lots of blitz specialists. Maybe Barat is the surprise package, but he's now beaten Hikaru Nakamura and Faustino Oro back-to-back. So he deserves it. And yeah, Sarana, he's always here. Renato Terry, one of the strongest IMs in the world. And Cena move ahead. He won the Chess Kid tournament recently, so he's banging form. And okay, Magnus gets Renato Terry. On paper, this is maybe one of the better pairings, but Terry has such a good track record, especially in no increment chess. And it's a Sicilian defense to start this one. Bishop b5 check, very solid stuff.
Knight d7. Is that, I mean, it's one of the moves, but maybe not the most normal move, David?
Yeah, I believe it's probably the second most popular after blocking with the black bishop. But this bishop b5 check line, Magnus has made this popular, and everyone's playing his own favorite openings against him this time.
Yeah, that's one of the...
It's a psychological trick.
Exactly.
Could be, yeah.
It's one of the downsides to being a trendsetter.
Exactly.
Everyone follows you, everyone knows what you do, everyone's watching all the time. And this position, white has very quick development, very active pieces, but black has the bishop pair long term. So if Magnus can survive, then he might have good chances. Although this is high-risk stuff.
It feels like white should be doing so well because he has a massive development advantage. But yeah, I mean...
Magnus has the bishop pair.
Yeah, the renowned bishop pair.
Yeah, the board isn't fully open yet, so Terry needs to strike before the bishops come to life later in the game. And yeah, I'm just looking for the typical Sicilian, like knight sacrifices and knight jumping in. Maybe the other knight jumping in, just blowing open the center. Probably this knight will move, and he'll start throwing this pawn down the board.
Yeah, so he's way up in development, but he needs to find some way to break through
like
this.
Gary did against Ivan Truk when he got crushed.
Magnus referencing some known games, so he isn't like completely out of depth. But which color is he in that duel then? Who got crushed by who?
Oh,
we'll have to figure that out.
I'm assuming Kasparov was on the black side. Was it Kasparov Ivan Truk he was saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Ivanchuk would be more likely to take on this position with white. But who knows? I'm not as cultured as Magnus with my history knowledge. Compared to most, I'm fine. But Magnus is unique. He's an enigma in that regard. And okay, he's forced the knight back. The knight couldn't jump forward and sacrifice itself yet. I do like Renato Terri's terrible logo behind him.
Yes.
Probably right.
Terrible. Yes.
But he needs to bring his rooks to the center and at some point start pushing his pawns. But not yet. The trick is pawn to f5 is desirable, but Magnus would block, and there's a pin.
These positions are so mysterious to me. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I feel like white should just be winning, but far from it. Because you need to break through in the middle, and black has just a massive amount of pawns and bishops there standing guarding the king, and I don't know. Why can't you just play like e5 or something and just crash through and win the game? But apparently it's not that easy.
Yeah, maybe a threat now, just since the rook is hanging. So I'm expecting Magnus to move that rook.
Yeah.
There we go. It's just about plans and like timing it right. Renato Terri's going for this pawn. That's also a very well-known plan in this type of structure, but it can be defended across the board by one of the black pieces.
Feels like Magnus is just chilling. He's not doing anything too special.
In a long, drawn-out contest, that may be a very important factor.
Magnus goes back. He just stops the white queen from entering. And
like bishop f8. That's what would Simon Williams call that? Professional move or
classy?
Yeah.
That is a super grandmaster move.
Yeah, not fruity, no?
Not fruity yet.
No.
He might just park his bishop on this square and say, you shall not pass. First he moves his queen. Yeah, Magnus's plan is quite easy as well. He's going to push these pawns forward in some order. So white needs to strike here and now. But 1 minute time difference, we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Could be vital come the endgame.
Difficult to find active moves here for white. Like, I want to play f5, I want to play e5, but you need to be so certain about when you make such a move. I mean, yeah, if I had this in classical, I would be I would sit down and think for, I don't know, 20 minutes more and just be looking at the position, what's going on here. And these guys are playing fast blitz chess.
Exactly, and very strong moves. Renato Terry is going for this pawn, although if the queen moves, the black rook will be able to take the white h passer there. So full blockade for Magnus. Now he has to decide on his own plan. It feels like white hasn't really done much over the last 15 moves, but black's position has improved massively with the pawns marching down the board. It's just about whether Magnus has a breakthrough.
Yeah. Are you afraid that the queen is coming to g8 now, or is this whatever?
Yeah, unclear what the threat is next, right?
Yeah.
So potentially something to avoid, but the only way to stop it is to go back with the rook and repeat the position, which Magnus will not want to do. Yeah, when to go forward, that's the question.
Yeah, Magnus also thinking quite a bit. Time is evening out a little bit. Okay, so now he decides for a3. It seems reasonable.
Yeah, and normally white reacts by not touching anything. It's better to allow a black pawn to capture and actually act as a shield for the white king, rather than step forward and risk that the black queen can come in with checkmates later, even though it's not possible now.
That's clever.
Yeah, so normally you ignore, at least from my experience, my minimal experience in these types of pawn structures, you need to ignore this.
Both players are just ignoring the other guy. I'm just doing my thing, you do your thing. Okay, so it does move forward.
And the bar does increase in black's favor. If the black queen ever cuts in, that's mate. That's game over. So Renato Terry's got to be extra careful now with 1 minute on his clock.
Terrible.
Has his knight currently covering that square, but that means that he can't move that one. And then that other knight as well. Like, there's a lot of pieces he has now that he can't really move around. Both the queen and the rook are tied to that pawn on the right side. So he's going to struggle to find moves, it seems like.
It feels like this this goes for both players. Like, well, what can they actually move? I mean, okay, yeah, like rook h8. Okay, now
he breaks Magnus.
What?
He's hoping that queen takes pawn can be met by a counterattack on the white queen. And then the knight would drop on the next move. But he has allowed the white knight in, which is counterintuitive. He's had to trade off one of his beautiful bishops. I don't like what Magnus has done. I don't think that helps him long term. Like, the black bishop is really, really bad now. Really passive. There we go. He blocks, but
I thought queen e3 maybe?
Yeah.
Magnus, he doesn't have like the same facial expressions either that he had in the last game where he was smiling and he was inspired and he was talking about all his ideas and plans. And here I feel like he has more of like this concentrated, kind of like disgruntled look.
Look at this pawn formation, like 4 pawns just stacked up on the F file. That's funny to me.
Magnus missed a win on the spot. He could have hit the rook, and then the queen would have come in. Checkmate.
Feels like it's reasonable.
Both players missed it.
He hasn't noticed it.
Now he saw it. No?
Now he realizes.
Forgetting it.
Oh, I think he realized a bit too late. Renato Terry, I love what he's just done though. He's given up a pawn, but now there's no way to checkmate the white king. And if he ever gets this one, oh, he doesn't though. If he had got that pawn, suddenly things open up against the black pieces. But the bishop shuts the door.
I mean, there's 3 pawns coming in now. If you're not careful with white, like, these pawns are not to be messed with.
Oh, yeah, that knight is holding the fort for now. Suddenly the black king's pretty safe. I say through gritted teeth, he's going to put it back. He's just going after the white pawns. The blockade, can it be broken?
Some point, yeah. Now the pawn goes.
Now they come.
Risky.
But there is a pin, so he can blockade them on the light squares.
Yeah.
Not much time remains of this game. Down
Did he
to
take
less
the
than a
H
minute.
pawn? No.
To take or not to take?
Take it.
I think he will want to. That's the whole point of the black rooks. But the center's dropping, so he has to calculate correctly there.
Oh, time though.
Control still, but...
Oh, the bishop is hit. Big mistake from Renato Terry, apparently, but how to punish?
It's really easy to blunder stuff in
The
positions
rook comes
like this.
in. That's a piece sacrifice from Magnus, but he's going to get all the pawns rolling if the queens come off the board.
He said it was easy to blunder in this situation.
Yes. Time.
20 seconds each.
Play.
Magnus has forgotten the clock.
I hope not.
Black is winning, but how to break through, how to get something to the back rank. Ooh, queen takes rook, he's given up his queen, Magnus. And he's going to get his pawn through. Look at that, bishop deflects.
Oh, what's going on?
And it's discovered check to end the game. Discovered check. Renato Terry's furious.
Oh.
What a position.
Wow, what a weird position. Magnus making a new queen. That was a cool deflection, though.
Yeah.
Good sacrifice. And we join the closing stages of this game. Lazovic with 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He's got a winning position, but can he do it? 3 seconds against 4. Serrano's running out of time. He gives up his rook, but that was desperation, and now it's going to be checkmate. Surely 1 second. Is it enough? Queen. And... Oh, Serrano runs out of time.
Aye.
So close.
Oh no. Lazovic clinching his 6th point in a row. He joins Sina Movahed and Magnus Carlsen for the top place, and they just have to play immediately the next round because when you finish with like seconds left on the clock, you're just immediately paired with your next opponent, so there's no time for Serrano to kind of recover from that. And they're going into the 7th round, and it's Magnus against one of our favorite names in this tournament, Sina Movahed. What a great name to be a chess player and have that name.
What a rating and what an age. And yeah, let's see. Another Sicilian with Magnus with the black pieces.
Yeah, Magnus gets black again, 2nd game in a row. That's quite rare, like especially for one of the top seeds. Oh, sacrifice though. A typical Sicilian sacrifice. We mentioned it earlier. I don't think it should be captured because white gets an immediate attack, a check on the black king, and will win back the piece very quickly.
Is this known sacrifice, David?
I think so. I've seen it before. So therefore Magnus must have seen it before, and he just waits. I think the idea is that the white knight just eventually gets out of the way of the pawn. There we go. And the game continues as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it was a bit flashy.
Very, very flashy. Flashy. That's a good move. A way of describing the move. Yes, agreed.
Flashy. Lots of spark. Substance is yet to be decided.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked like around 15 of the top 20 boards ended in black wins in the previous round.
Oh, wow.
So everyone was just winning with black. That's why Magnus gets the double black.
Magnus spending a lot of time here, though. I don't like it. Is he planning something fruity? For example, G5?
Thought crossed my mind as well. He settles for the more restrained G6.
Yeah, fair.
Just fianchettoing the bishop. But now the whole idea was White's knight got out the way. So now there's a pawn center being built.
Yeah, White's position probably very stable, very sound. Can he play D5 also? Is that good?
Yeah, he said A. Maybe it's time to say B. Keep pushing.
Said 4, maybe you want to say 5.
Exactly. Yeah. He says 1, Ricky 1. And he's building. He's keeping his options open. For Magnus, though, like whichever pawn he pushes, White probably just gains space. The idea is to jump in. Magnus is taking risks, though. Like after knight takes knight, that black pawn is either very strong or it's very weak.
So what is good is that he's threatening the knight immediately, which cannot threaten the pawn back. So White needs to do a bit of maneuvering. Oh, gives up the bishop.
Yeah, very surprising. Against Magnus and Hikaru and these more experienced players, you need to unblock the positions and go really direct against them. I think letting Magnus take the bishop pair, slowly maneuver, maybe break out like King's Indian style, probably not so wise from move ahead.
How old is he, by the way?
I believe he is
young.
He's
how young is he? I meant
15.
Yes, 15 years young.
That's what I was going to guess. And Magnus has played against him quite a bit in Title Tuesday, and they've played some matches online as warm-ups for the Title Tuesdays as well. So it's a player that he's known, and I think he enjoys playing against him. And he's also adapting his playing style, as you guys say, to kind of like a long, strategic, maneuvery game. That's a good idea against some of the young players. And we also have a question from a viewer about how John Bartholomew is doing. And my update from that is that he has 4 points. He did have to play against Jan-Christoph Duda in the previous round. So he's had some tough matchups, but he has 4 points and very good tie breaks so far.
Yeah, my prediction of 4 Scandinavians isn't going to come true. He's only had 1 still.
Oh, but he beat Pranav in it.
He did beat Pranav, so that counts as 2.
Yes.
Agreed.
He needs 2 more Scandinavians in the last 4 rounds.
Let's do 1, and then we're okay.
Okay.
Knight G5. So this knight on the on the right side, it's going to go into the position. Yeah. Interesting. Is this pawn just falling?
Yeah, for it, but that would be an admission of very slight failure.
Okay, so Magnus is actually talking about a move he's already made, and he said that would be an admission of slight failure. So he's not too happy about the situation right now.
He's not happy at all, and the position, although it started as a Sicilian, resembles a King's Indian defense, and this is quite a typical idea to give up a pawn, to bring the knight forward, even give it up, and just say, okay, I'm staring at this, and Black's pieces are so passive. If White's knight could somehow land on a magical central square here, light square, then favorable exchanges would be happening. But Magnus he's got some control. He's defending everything. Might put his bishop back. If he can ever arrange this pawn break, there we go. Then he might suddenly generate an attack. Very tense position. But Magnus is nearly a minute down. That's a rare sight. And Sina move ahead. Moves on ahead with his queen. Magnus looking angry a moment ago.
Yeah, he had a bit of outburst, it seemed like.
Always wonder something.
Yeah. He thought he could move ahead with his pawn, but there's a knight check deflecting away the black queen, and then the rook might drop. Maybe after a pawn exchange first.
I should have known that was too much.
Oh, there's a Magnus who's not very confident in his situation right now.
Because now also the pawn in the middle is dropping off, probably, because he needs to defend something. Oof.
Ooh, Magnus.
Shaky stuff.
Yeah, I just remember him having a king on this square, having a knight next to it, and getting checkmated with a queen sacrifice.
I remember that one.
Lightning strike twice.
Magnus' king looks super safe over here, or what, David?
And 1 move later, checkmate. Will we see that again? Magnus in big trouble now.
Move it can just gobble up some pawns now.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Queen takes pawn, there might have been... Oh, no.
G4 maybe?
It wasn't quite working. Oh, I do like how he's covering this square now with his queen just in case. Yeah, to trade or not to trade the bishops.
Because Magnus is in big trouble here. Also because he's a minute down on the clock. Minute and 10 seconds, which is so significant now. And he has the probably more difficult position to play.
Yeah, for sure. The black king is within range of the white pieces. White's queen is just so strong.
Oh, Magnus is frustrated.
Black can barely move. Like, what's he even going to move now? His queen and knight are tied down defending the pawn in the center. Like, his king can't move. His pawn cannot move.
Like bishop d8 is maybe a move sometimes, even.
Oh, yeah. At the moment, that would be blocked by blocked by a bishop. But yeah, hanging by a thread, Magnus.
What is Movehead doing though? He should just play quickly, no?
Yeah, he wants to kill a blow.
Move the king, or I don't know, do anything.
This is thinking.
Silver lining, the opponent spending time. Yeah, he could just wait with his king, he could do anything.
The thing is, Magnus has very few waiting moves, which are useful.
Oh, Magnus has blundered this pawn.
97?
Yeah, he has to.
That was clever. He just put me in Zugzwang.
As you guys were mentioning.
The knight could go back. At the very minimum, there could be a win of a pawn here. Maybe there's more.
Right.
Oh, he wants this one. He wants the eternal pin.
Oof.
This pawn is hanging now.
Oh, Magnus is losing this.
Yeah, no time. No pawns. No activity. This has been a masterpiece by Move Ahead. Like, positionally as well. Like, as soon as he got that chance, Magnus missed a tactic. This looks very smooth. Is there any fight left in this endgame? That's the question.
Looks difficult, but we know Magnus is a good fighter.
Yeah, but it's going to be more pawns.
Knight f7.
Another one drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, the knight can... Yeah, there we go, come in. Magnus is barely clinging on here. His only hope is to go...
c7. Yeah, okay, even this.
Maybe more incisive options, but it's not as though this position is not winning.
A disappointed Magnus, who just rounds ago was laughing and having the time of his life, winning 6 games in a row. I was considering to be saying maybe he can win all of them, a perfect 11 out of 11. And that is the sound of Magnus, who has officially started to make peace with the fact that this game he's going to lose.
Yeah, it's Magnus who's on the brink of being mated. If the white king can walk its way over at some point later, then the black king is done on the edge of the board. Oh, he's coming back round as well. If the knight ever lands back, then that's also checkmate.
Top of everything else.
Oh.
This is a painful game to play as well.
And there we go. The door closes. That's going to be good night for the king, and it's game over. Great win by Move Ahead.
Absolutely. Very good game.
Wow. I mean, Magnus didn't really stand a chance. Like, after he missed a tactic, never got given a second look into the game.
And he's going through the game there, as we can see, and he was not happy. Let's see if Hikaru can catch up to Magnus. If he wins this game, he has more time.
Oh, this is all about the clock. Hikaru's just blundered, but oh, watch out. This checkmate threatened. Checkmate. What's Hikaru missed? He's got to start running with his king.
Oh, no.
Shimanov has no time, though. Look at his eyes widen. He knows he's winning. He knows he's going to win this endgame, but... Oh, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. He blunders his rook.
No.
The frustration.
No.
Oh, the smile, though, from Shimanov. He knows he played a great game, but Hikaru... Yeah, doing Hikaru things so quick.
And we see Hikaru there almost like shaking his head in disappointment, kind of like, I'm sorry that anyone had to witness this kind of a win on time in an undeserved situation there. But he does catch up to Magnus, and it is Movehead and Lazovic who are the only players now, the 2 young guys with 7 points, closely followed by the top 2 rated players in the world and on chess.com. So it's going to be exciting to see if they can keep their lead. They're gonna play against each other, but it would be a shame if that game ended in a draw enabling Magnus and Hikaru to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, big round ahead. If one of them wins, they're going to be a huge favorite to win the whole event. It's also the break coming up after this game. So not quite a winner takes all, but a winner takes the lead and puts themselves in position.
Yeah.
What do we predict? Who's looked the sharper so far today?
I haven't seen so many of Lasavic's games so far, but I mean, he's so... he always plays well, it feels like. He's so good at this format and in online chess in general, but so seems Move Ahead, so really hard to tell. Interesting opening, interesting position so far. We have another Sicilian Najdorf, I believe, with Lasavic castling short. Maybe not the most normal way to put your king, but no, it seems good for Lasavic. Maybe I like his position a bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe Lasavic knows that Move Ahead just beat Magnus Carlsen, and he's like, I'm going to play it safe. I don't want to castle on opposite sides. I respect my opponent, and I'm going to stick to the safest castling option.
Who did Lasavic beat in the last round?
Sam Sevian, I believe.
Sevian, okay. Also big gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, Lasavic, until just the last year, maybe even the last 6 months, he was only playing the same opening every time. It was always d4, it was always Catalan, it was always super positional. Now he's switched, like he looks more confident, he's playing all these theoretical lines. Like, what is this? It's like watching Karpov in his prime, like all these weird maneuvers, like rook f2, bring the rook across, double up on the weakness, like super positional. But he's doing it in a wild opening like the Najdorf. So this is very impressive from both players. But
yeah, it is. I mean, that being said, I think beating Magnus, that's a good confidence boost. Like, if you're beating the #1 in the world, then you know you are playing fairly good chess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, playing great chess and Move Ahead. He's been very quick. Every time I see him play, he always seems to have a time advantage. Of course, we talk about the young players, but it's nice to see that he can blend the positional with the tactical.
Yeah, it's also not like Lasavic is old by any
True.
any stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, he's older than Move Ahead, but
still in his teens.
Yeah, he's so young still and playing
Lasavic
so well.
already qualified for the Esports World Cup through placing 3rd in the Speed Chess Championship. But nice to see that he's still prioritizing playing Title Tuesday, as he always does. He's still very interested in winning the tournament, regardless if he's already qualified for the main tournament.
Position has changed. Bishop has been exchanged for knight. Black now has 4 versus 3 pawn majority on the king side, but white has the 4 versus 3 on the queen side. I think attacking players usually favor black, maybe just because there's chances to destabilize the white king, but more positional players might prefer white long term, more chances of a pass pawn breakthrough.
So Lasavic is considered a very positional player, right? How about Move Ahead? What's his profile or his chess style?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, mostly blitz, mostly online games. It's quite dynamic in general, but I mean, he just outplayed Magnus positionally. And, it's always tough to tell at this young age. Big mistake though from Denis Lasavic, jumping in this early and Move Ahead might be coming in with his knight. What's wrong with this? Maybe
and what's going on here?
The queen can come as well. Maybe hit some pawns.
Why can't you take on c5?
Yeah, you could also have taken. And I think the bluff was that white was going to push forward with the pawn, but maybe not quite working out there.
Maybe just take everything?
Yeah, just take everything.
Say thank you. Generous. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah, but this bishop, if it gets removed, white's dark squares becomes so weak now. And this is where maybe experience in the Sicilian, which I think Move Ahead's been playing for a long time, versus Lasavic, who's new to these types of positions. Yeah, this might be where it shows. I talk about experience, 19 years old and 15 years old. But
I love it. He's been playing this his whole life for 5 years.
For 5 months.
Yes, exactly. Makes you feel old, eh?
Exactly. I mean, Move Ahead's probably played more games in Sicilian Najdorf at the age of 15 than I have in my entire career.
Probably.
But, okay.
Ooh.
Lazovic's trying to spice things up. He's got a passed A pawn at least, but it's not the end game for ages, so it's going to be hard to make use of that pawn. The knight was hit, but now black gets all the central pawns.
This position is wild, though. It's so hard to keep track of what's going on.
I do fear for white on the dart squares, though.
If white gets some time, he has 2 passed pawns on the A and B file. Like he can run. Yeah. That's an easy plan to execute as well.
True. If it gets to a scramble.
But, yeah, I mean, Move Ahead's not gonna just roll over and let Lazovic do that, of course. But where's the counterplay?
Yeah.
He should be massively better according to the engine, which is, I mean, he's a pawn up, but it's not so clear to me how you continue. Maybe queen a7? Okay. Knight e7, probably smart.
This is a cool idea as well, though, in the near future, like you said. First, he might be trading off the knights, he might be taking this knight, and then planting his own knight into a very strong square. Yeah, I think he was a bit confused for a second because he spent, 40 seconds there? But worth it.
Still up on time.
Lazovic has to spend time back, and yeah, pushing this pawn still feels a bit slow. Maybe he just has to do it. Just grit your teeth. Just say, okay, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to at least have a pawn on the 7th rank.
Yeah.
But he moves his rook away from that pawn. Oh, it feels like that's losing counterplay. The black rook jumps in now. Oh, rook takes knight, and then the knight fork is a threat.
Ooh, big threat.
Seen a move ahead. He's seen some moves ahead, to put it that way, and he's been playing quite quickly as well, which has put some pressure on Lazovic, who I usually consider to be one of like the quicker players in this field. And the fact that he's leading by almost 40 seconds.
Take the knight. Yeah. Take the knight with the rook.
Take it. Take, and knight fork.
Knight fork and then queen a7.
Oh, yeah. That's just over. He's seen 10 moves ahead.
Okay, so he's thinking. He's spending some time on it. Just checking, I suppose.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Maybe at the end of the variation, there's a pin along the knight and the queen. Maybe that was the tactic that Lazovic had set up. He's trying to stop the knight coming in. Very sneaky. Looked like it was still good for black, but now, I mean, the black piece is just dominant. Pin. You could just pick up a pawn if you want to.
Spoiled for choice here.
That might actually cost him some seconds to kind of make these kinds of decisions. And he's losing his time advantage.
Take the queen and then go with the deep pawn.
That looks good. Get the queens off and then push pawns. Maybe he's thinking of just sacrificing, just continuing the game. Queen takes pawn here.
I feel like this is a type of position where everything works, but you need to play fast. And right now he's not playing so fast, so just speed up.
Trades into an endgame where he does have extra pawns, but are they easy to stop, this extra pawn?
It's not over. The white bishop does a great job of controlling the pawn.
He's down on time.
Yeah, and there's still this deflection, this distraction. Oh, this is suddenly the best position that Denis Lazovic has had in ages. He's got a blockade.
Yeah.
And the best time situation as well.
Now the other deep pawn is coming.
Yeah, it's going to paralyze the white pieces. But okay, he's not dead. It's roughly level on the clock. Denis Lazovic just needs to speed up and hope. He's trying to get his rook behind now. Oh, can he put it behind and run?
Nah.
No.
I don't think so.
Too slow. He gets a pawn instead.
Yes.
But now the black knight comes in.
Oh, this is complicated.
Yeah, Move has lost control. He's lost his material advantage. And
yes, Lazovic is fighting so well now.
He's trying to trade off rooks. But why? Don't trade. Suddenly the pawn might be running soon. Lazovic's getting excited.
Time.
It's all about the clock, though. He's got to push. Just push.
Very stressful.
Okay.
Take on f4.
Knight takes pawn. There we go. Great move. Wins the pawn due to this rook check.
Oh, nice.
Great spot there, JK.
E2 threatened. Okay.
Ooh.
Bishop A7, just be super safe.
Opposite colored bishops.
Yeah, but with the... Oh, E2. E2.
Oh, there we go, E2. It's going to be a discovered check.
Is he going to make it on time, though?
Oh, another check. Whoa, deflection.
Oh.
Deflection, the white rook couldn't have moved off the back rank, and now black makes a queen, and Lasvik with no time, 4 seconds against 5 seconds. Oh, but a new queen will not be born. 3 seconds. Surely he's going to deliver mate now. He's getting rid of the white pawns. They're gone. Move ahead cannot lose. 1 second each. Can he give checkmate? No time. 1 second. And move ahead wins on time.
Wow. What a match to determine the person who will be alone with 8 points at the very top of the standings. It's Sina Move Ahead, who has a perfect score. He's beaten Magnus, he's beaten Lazovic. Who is left for him to challenge? He's so many points ahead of all the rest of the field. Magnus getting a draw. Hikaru, how did he do in this game? He lost. Oh my goodness.
Hikaru lost on time when he was a rook and a bishop up.
Oh no.
And Benjamin Bock had 0.03 seconds left.
Oh no.
Oh, that can't be motivating for Hikaru to go into the break that the players are now going to have. So that's going to be pretty difficult. And we can also update everyone on John Bartholomew. He's moved to 6 out of 8 points.
Oh,
He's only half a point behind Magnus.
Wow. Okay, that's really impressive. He will reach 7 for sure. I mean, yes, 3 games to get this last win.
Yeah. Absolutely. Huh? And that was his goal, to get these 7 points, but he is going to be facing very tough opponents. I mean, look at the guys that we see here at 6 points. He could even be facing Hikaru in the next round, or Bluebaum, like 2 of the candidates. Best players in the world are among the players with 6 points.
Because the Magnus drew also. Who did he play against? Do you know?
Maturosian.
So many good players at this stage. But Move Ahead, wow, very good game, very deserved win, I would say. I mean, he was better for most of the game. I mean, Lazovic, tricky player, managed to create complications, but still, Move Ahead was ahead, and yeah, won very deservedly, I would say. So right now, big favorite to win the tournament.
Yeah, 9.5 is normally the magical number, and 3 rounds remaining. If he gets 1.5. Probably he makes it. If he gets 2 out of 3, I think he guarantees it, because his tiebreaker is going to be surely head and shoulders above everyone else. Yeah, I mean, Magnus can only get 9.5, for example, now. So I think Move Ahead, yeah, surely it's his tournament now for the taking.
And the players, they have now played 8 rounds. They're going to have a short break, and so are we. We'll be back in just a second.
Here we go.
All right, the players, they are taking a well-deserved break. But if you are interested in checking out what other players are online right now, you can use the Take app, which we do have a QR code for. At the top of the screen, we can see who has been playing chess. And Magnus, he was playing before Title Tuesday started, and we can even see his game here against Sina Move Ahead that he ended up losing, already added, and people have already started commenting and on these games. So they have been, this was before they played Title Tuesday, I believe. No, this is the Title Tuesday games going on here. So it's possible to see that. And David, what have you been playing today? You've been playing 61 games. What do you have to say to your defense?
If anyone at Take asks, I was definitely working. Like, in my defense, I only played 46 minutes, so 61 games in 46 minutes. I was playing 1 second chess, where you start with 1 second on the clock, you get 1 second increments, so you just have to pre-move everything. And I was playing, yeah.
You madman, David. You madman.
I'm gonna react with insane. That seems to be the correct response. Jakob here saying that he's gone into agriculture.
I am a farmer.
You won a lot of the games.
Yeah,
Are you playing against the same guy?
I played many against the same opponents, and I was trying. Wait, if you scroll all the way, where's the most recent game? The final game, game 61. Click on it.
Wow.
I finally got it, the final position.
That is so rude.
If you can scroll ahead to the final position, there we go. I finally got it. The Mona Lisa checkmate.
Is that what you're calling it? Because I was actually doing commentary on like this school tournament for kids in like the 2nd and 3rd grade. And then a lot of these players, like there's a huge difference in their levels. Some people play a lot of chess, some people don't. And they were all trying to get this specific checkmate. And I was like, uh-oh, here we go again. And the games always end up becoming super long. But you managed it here. So was this the first time you did it?
No, I got up in an obsession. Ever since watching Aman Hambleton, one of the chess bras, do it live on stream, I've been trying to figure out how. And it's my way of punishing opponents who don't resign. But because it was 1 second chess, I had to play like 50 moves with my king just to gain time to figure out how to do it. So I
can't believe your opponent didn't give up by then. But good job, David. And if you want to see what other people in the chess world are doing, you can download the Take app, which we have a QR code for at the bottom of the screen. And you can see David's masterpieces, Mona Lisa games, if you want to go through all of his 1 second chess games. Apparently, they are a treat to look at. And you've also downloaded the app today, right, Christian?
Yes, I did. So I have connected it to my account, and now I will start giving emojis to David's games, I think. That's, yeah. Check out his Mona Lisas and his crazy stuff, yeah.
And let's also take a look at one of the things we've seen today between Renato Terry and Magnus Carlsen here. It was in the 6th round. It was an important game between two players that had the perfect score, but Magnus found some incredible moves in this final sequence, David.
Yeah, this was just incredible. This was one of the most chaotic ends to a game, really difficult tactics to understand. I'm definitely going to go back and play them over again later in slow motion, but it was all about the black pawns. Once he got his king safe here, Magnus, it always looked like the white king was in more danger, and he finished it off with a beautiful queen sacrifice in a moment. The white knight was simply overworked, so once the black queen came in, gave itself up for the rook, the white knight couldn't have taken, the black queen a new queen would have appeared, deflection with the black bishop, and discovered check to end the game. White's queen is gone, checkmate probably incoming, and Renato Terry was furious, but actually it did look like Magnus was always odds on to win.
All right, and we are back just in time to see who is playing against who in round 9. And Sina move ahead, the only player with a perfect score so far, playing against Theodoru from Greece, who's also done very well in several Title Tuesdays and has a lot of motivation to win against the Iranian 15-year-old.
Yes, Nicholas Theodoru, he's had a great year. He beat Gukesh in classical chess. He's increased his FIDE rating, classical rating, massively. I believe he's studying in the US these days. But okay, it's a Petrov defense, so I think maybe a sign of respect to his young Iranian opponent. Petrov, known for its solidity. At least he's just surviving the opening here. No immediate knockout, and it's more positional. White has the center. I can't blame him, though, if he just wants to survive as black. Like, often you get scared, especially against the younger players, that they're going to hit you with some crazy novelties. And wow, look at this move ahead. He's going to start occupying the center a bit later. Maybe not yet, but the rook is ready to swing.
Yeah, like this type of opening is not the type that gives you a crazy position immediately, but this type of format usually gives crazy games nonetheless, or like interesting games. So even though it takes some moves, you don't need to invent the wheel every time. And yeah, no, the position is heating up a bit. Find it interesting. Let's see. So black takes the e-file. There's always this pin going on the knight with the bishop, which so he breaks it with g4. Very committal decision by move ahead, but also it's probably good. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these days the young generation, they don't mind pushing pawns if they don't see anything immediately wrong with it. They don't care like long term, the king might be weak. They deal in absolutes. They're like, it's either weak or it's not. And although the computer says black is slightly better, like, white has space. How does Theodoru try and take advantage? Maybe at some point the black pawn will come forward. Maybe at some point the black bishop wants to enter the center, but no, he gets the rooks off first.
Yeah, like chess knowledge used to be very dogmatic. I feel like you talked about rules of the game which were you shouldn't break, but then computers came along and just showing everyone that you can just play really practically, and if as long as it works, and you don't have to follow any of these old rules if you don't have to. But usually a lot of these rules are there for a reason. They illustrate a point in the game, but it's not the rule that you need to follow all the time. So even though you don't generally want to push pawns in front of your king because your king might get weak, well, maybe right here, right now, it's okay.
Yeah, big question though. Move ahead. I was going to say, if he'd taken with the bishop, the black knight would have gone for this pawn anyway. So he gives it up, and he's going for an attack against the black king. He wants to give a check. He wants to win this pawn, but it feels like a bit of a gamble, speculative. What if black just defends everything with his knight, stops the white queen coming in?
Yeah, that's a very good question, David. So what's going on actually? Movahad seems to be in a bit of trouble here.
He seems to know about it himself because he reacted quite visibly. And he seems to be thinking, scratching his chin, figuratively.
Is that not the correct move?
Ooh, Theodoro looks like he was distracted there for a second by something.
Maybe it was king f8.
And now suddenly it's a lot more even according to the evaluation bar at the top of the screen.
Yeah, but Theodoro is up a pawn, and this pawn, well, he's not losing a pawn anytime soon, I think. So, okay, so here we go.
Big move. If that pawn is captured, the white queen will be able to enter. There'll be a square it can use. So the black bishop shouldn't really move out the way. That would be super scary. Checkmate threats on the back rank. But the cage is closing on the bishop.
Yeah.
What else to do?
Okay, so h6, what do you do?
I guess white just continues, pushing forward.
Theodoro, he's really spending his time.
Right, so you just continue, right? That's not trivial at all. Okay, so this is suddenly very difficult. f4, that's such a big move.
He's spending a lot of time now, the Greek Grandmaster. Surely Movahad must be very happy that he was able to kind of get himself back into the game. His queen seemed to be a little bit out of the game, but now he is making some threats.
I mean, like, we're approaching territory now where even though Theodoro has, according to the engine, slightly better position with a pawn up, because of the time, I think Movahad is at a big advantage right now.
Definitely, especially if Theodoro can't find a solution in the next move about dealing with this pawn push, trapping his bishop. Remember, the bishop takes pawn, allows the white queen in.
How bad is it to allow the queen in, though? Are we getting mated, or?
I think it's mate.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, if the queen comes in, it's mate on the back rank, or the pawn.
He's shaking.
Yeah.
He can't find any moves. Like,
he needs to get the queens off. That was the best move. But it does give up the extra pawn that he was up.
Wow.
Bishop takes pawn is one option now. Since the black bishop cannot move, it needs to defend its queen.
Yeah.
Or you can trade off queens first and then take with the knight.
Movahad is taking a big think now. So he's really trying to figure out, how can I punish best?
And he knows it's very important for the tournament situation. If he can win this game, he will move to 9 points with 2 rounds remaining. And we usually suspect you only need 9.5 points. And he's got amazing tie breaks considering that he's won the first 8 games.
Ooh.
And he does make that move where he tries to distract the bishop.
Ooh. Has he seen 1 move ahead, or has he seen 20 moves ahead? Has he got a checkmate here? He's threatening mate, but the black queen can jump back. I mean, the black queen can also give some checks.
Ooh.
But the black queen can jump back and take here.
This is so complicated. You need to take the bishop with the queen for sure.
Yeah, mega complicated. You need to defend with the queen. Or watch out.
Another mate threat.
He's just letting his pieces hang.
How is this not just mate? A5? Followed by queen b1?
C5?
Exactly.
Just putting pieces in the way. It's just a game of who can give away the most pieces.
This is the only other alternative. Now, a bishop check can be blocked. And black actually defends that square with the queen, the knight. Miracle.
Knight h7. This is so difficult.
He's still a pawn up, Theodoru, so at least he's suffering for something, but no time. 40 seconds. Still crazy.
So black is threatening to take the knight, not the queen. Because if you take the queen, then there's going to be a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so takes. Yes.
Okay, what is this like? When we count the pawns, it's equal.
Give some
When
checks.
we look at the king's safety, it's also pretty equally bad for both players.
But move ahead's going to get either this pawn or this pawn with a check.
Yes.
Oh.
So he's going to check and take this one.
And look at the clocks. Even more important, perhaps.
Yes.
Queen
Cena move
endgames.
ahead has way more time.
They go on forever, queen endgames. Like if he gets a position where he's got queen and 1 versus queen, he can play on for 100 moves.
Okay.
And I think he's just going to ruthlessly flag Theodoru here.
But he's spending quite some time. He's trying to make the correct moves as well. So he's not just going straight for the kill and trying to play as fast as possible in every move.
Mm-hmm. There's no more checks with the queen though, and okay, this pawn is hanging. Did move ahead forget about that one?
Ooh.
He was trying so hard to stop this queen check that he might have forgotten. Now black's queen is so active.
Uh-oh, shake of the head.
Yeah.
Position-wise, he's lost control completely. Now could
Time though. Oof. I mean, the position is just a draw, probably.
And players are catching up to Cena move ahead. We've got Lazovic, we've got Book, we've got Minle, we've got several players that have now reached 8 points. It would be so good for move ahead to win this game.
Oh, this is a dead drawn queen endgame now.
Oh.
Theodore needs the queens off because then he can pre-move his way to a draw. But move ahead needs to keep the queens on. But now the black king is coming. Oh, he's totally lost control. He will pick up a pawn though.
Yeah.
And you said, David, and I quote, if he has a queen and a pawn against a queen, he'll keep that game alive for 100 moves.
Yeah, and he will try. But the problem is the pawn might not survive long. If he could somehow get the black king 2 files further away, he'd have great winning chances. But suddenly counterplay against the white king. And
clock is ticking.
Time's leveled up and it's a draw.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I think he didn't want to risk it move ahead with his lead. But
yeah,
that was one that got away. Frustrated.
Definitely. And he does move to 8.5, still in the lead, but players are catching up. And we can also see John Bartholomew might be winning against another Iranian youngster.
He just has to avoid getting checkmated. Oh, he's got no time. And the queen was hanging. The queen's hanging. The queen's hanging. Take the queen. 5 seconds. He's winning on time. John Bartholomew's going to do it. And he gets the win. Surely. There we go. Wow.
Win again.
Impressive.
I mouse slipped. I didn't take the queen. No, what did I mouse slipped? I was trying to play queen d3 and I mouse slipped rook d3 and instantly we get Shugirov. Okay.
Oh, wow. He just needs to get ready for his next round. John moving to 7 points with 2 rounds remaining. And his goal was 7 points.
Yeah, very nice.
That is just a crazy good result by John. We even have him here on the top boards playing against Shugirov here. And it's going to be difficult to decide what we're going to pay attention to now because we've got so many players that can catch up to Movahead. We also see that Magnus and Hikaru have caught up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But Movahead, he's playing against Benjamin Buck, who has not lost a single game today. Defeated Hikaru, defeated several other good players. Drew Erigaisi beat... Yeah, he's done very well today, Benjamin Buck. So 8 points for him. Has a lot of incentive to try to win this game.
Just before we delve into this Sicilian, John Bartholomew's played another Scandi. He's played another Scandinavian here in round 10.
Nice. Then we are at my number if you count the first one as 2. Yeah.
Exactly. Still 1 round to go.
Yeah, true, but he probably get white and then...
I can dream, man can dream. But in the meantime, this is it started life as a Sicilian Najdorf. And it was one of Bobby Fischer's favorite plans to kind of put the bishop on this light square diagonal and then give up the dark square bishop and just push. And again, we're going to see 2 knights against 2 bishops, similar to Renato Terri against Magnus from earlier today. Yeah,
it was also Beth Harmon's favorite way of handling the Najdorf, I think.
Nice.
And,
ooh, tactics. Knight hits the bishop. If pawn takes knight, there's a fork. and 2 pieces would then be hit. There we go. And he'd win the piece back with interest. That is so sharp. And I mean, if the knight isn't taken, it's just going to win a pawn.
And he plays it at such speed. Like, this move is, it's sexy.
Oof, yeah. One of the moves of the day so far. Knight and f5 will thrive.
Yes.
What to do?
I don't even know.
And he almost looks bored. He's just like, yeah, I got this one in the bag.
I know what I did. It's a good-looking move.
It's a very good-looking move. And now he can even just sit back and relax while Benjamin now drops to a minute less on the clock.
Do you reckon his middle name is Brilliant? Seen a brilliant move ahead.
Oh, he should change his name.
I mean, that's a brilliant sacrifice. What can I say? Like,
it is.
Knight f5, knight d5, these sacrifices on these 2 squares that we're highlighting now. Just typical for a Sicilian, but especially effective here. It just looked like a normal position 2 moves ago. Suddenly he's just winning a pawn.
But honestly, how normal is it for black to do long castle in the Najdorf?
That's true. It's quite rare.
Is it?
I think so.
I haven't seen it a lot, but I do not know this opening so well. So yeah.
Probably why we don't see it so much positions like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because black needs a couple more moves. Like, you need to get the king closer to the corner. Then often you need to put the rook still on this semi.
Benjamin, how much time have you spent on this move now? You need to move. Yeah, okay. But only poor moves. It's tough to make moves in bad positions.
There's ideas like a fork.
Yeah.
I mean, if that works, it's just very, very good.
Like, there's so many options here. You can go, I don't know, even e5 or like queen f4. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything goes, feels like.
Yeah, anything goes. But the move he wants to calculate first will be this one.
Yeah.
If black doesn't have a good discovered move with his bishop out the way to hit the white queen, then white's just going to be up so much material. I'm struggling. I don't see a response to this.
Can we take the bishop first? I don't know if we need to, but...
Boom.
Yeah.
Just one of those brilliant moves. Double exclam.
Yeah.
That is the best move according to the computer.
Oh,
Christian.
Nice.
Rook takes bishop first and then to fork the rooks, because then it is a proper pin. If the knight forks first, apparently black can fight on by bringing the bishop out of the way, hitting the queen.
Yeah.
And actually this rook would be hanging. So if he plays rook takes bishop, like, he just finished the tournament now. He deserves to win it.
Wow.
And he does.
Oh, what a beautiful
Let's go.
call by you guys.
Wow. Wow, that was young Christian there. And, I mean, it's Fork Town. Black is paralyzed, fully pinned.
Yeah, you can't even move the bishop because then you lose everything.
This is just over. And if you can't move the bishop, white's taking this rook in the corner to deflect the rook away from the defense of its bishop.
No, Benjamin Bock can resign now, I think.
Yeah,
He's just going to be a piece down.
Yeah, I think he can move this rook like for now, and then take back with the rook.
Aha, right.
But he's going to be a pawn down and still pinned.
Okay, so it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Okay, so knight a4.
Yeah.
Okay, king b1 makes sense. Just be super safe.
No, at least he's ready to move his bishop out of the way, but even that would lead to a pawn down endgame. White's queen can go hunting in the meantime.
Yeah.
Not sure which square to use. There we go. Yeah, pawn down and suffering, and over a minute down on the clock.
Yeah, and he looks like he's very confident and kind of chilling here. Almost.
Yes, he has all reason to be both calm and confident right now. His position is good. He's playing very well today.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably very aware of the fact that, like the previous game, he should have won that one, ended up in a draw. So he's very aware and doesn't want to let another game slip.
So move ahead is. Do you know if he's playing from Iran right now?
No, we don't know that for sure. And I was thinking, like, if he does win, is that like a good thing to ask, or is that like kind of giving out too much information? So I'm debating that in my mind as we speak. But would be interesting to know what it's like for him to play during everything that's going on. Surely it's affecting him no matter where he is in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean the geopolitical Landscape is complicated to say the least right now, at least in Iran. So I really don't know. But I mean, we should probably ask him where he is and how he is. At least he knows how to play chess still. Doesn't seem like it affects his ability.
Oh, wow, look at this. He's calculated so many moves ahead. King takes pawn. He's going to give a check here, and the king only has one square, and then he's going to check and skewer the king and queen.
Wow.
This is brilliant stuff.
Oh, that was so sexy. I've got to say, like, those moves. It started with that knight sacrifice. He's just going to make a new queen now. And he's played it instantly. Like, he's still got 2 minutes plus on his clock.
Yeah, I almost want to tell him, like, you have time to make these calculations thoroughly, but now I'm beginning to think he's already done it.
Yeah.
And we trust his judgment.
Yeah, it's in English they call it nominative determinism. It's like when you call someone, like, if their last name is Butcher, they'll become a butcher.
Right.
So if your last name is like Taylor, you might become a tailor. And then it's like he's seen a move ahead, and of course he's seen these tactics, and he wins.
Wow.
And keeps the lead here. Incredible stuff.
And that's why you're the wolf, David.
Exactly. Hungry man. Hungry like the wolf.
We've got 9.5 points for Sina move ahead, and let's see how John is doing on his quest to 7 points, which he's already achieved, and now he's got a great position against Grandmaster Shugirov here. Amazingly well played by John today in the Take studio.
Exactly. He looks inspired. He looks so locked in. It's level material, but I was going to say Black had the bishop pair for that few seconds. Black also has a much better pawn structure. This is a big weakness. White has all the structural weaknesses. And John's just going to pick up a pawn. Bishop can come around and take it now.
Did you understand my wolf joke, by the way?
Howl. Like,
howl.
Because you howl?
You got me.
I just had to put it in there.
I haven't heard those jokes since I was a kid.
Okay, but you heard them when you were a kid.
Yes.
Okay. Then,
okay, plethora of weak pawns, John says, as he could lock things down. Oh, I don't like the fact that he's trading. That guides White maybe slightly closer to safety. White had a passive rook, trade off for Black's active rook, but he's still winning.
Still winning, still up on time, still pawn extra. He seems like he's making all the good decisions.
I mean, he's beating all these 3,100 rated players with the Scandinavian. This was a Scandinavian, and he's so close now.
Yeah, maybe you need to update your repertoire, David.
Yeah, I mean, I play the Karakan, and that's I've always thought it was a cousin of the Scandinavian. You get similar pawn structure sometimes, but the clock, he's suddenly 5 seconds behind. Will he bail out with a draw? Oh, he will. Oh, Sigurov doesn't want the draw. Okay, game on. The race is on.
Oh, come on, John.
Oh, no
You've got to play quickly. There's no increment.
He's not pre-moving. He's like, you got bring the king. There we go.
Come on.
Here we go. Take that pawn. Bring the bishop, take the pawn.
Yes, yes.
Drop the bishop back. Push, push, push. 9 seconds. Push. There we go. Check. Just move the rook. Now push. Move the rook. Check. Push, push, push. There we go.
Push.
Block. Oh, 4 seconds.
Oh,
too slow.
it's
Check.
Too slow.
He's too slow. 3 seconds. He's still got a totally winning position. He has had for ages, but no time.
Oh, no.
1 second.
John.
He's totally winning. He's going to get a new queen. Okay, queen.
Oh. Time finally caught up with me. Yeah, Title 2 inexperience showing.
Yeah, he says that his lack of Title Tuesday experience is showing because he hasn't played after they removed the increment, which really has changed the dynamic of those final positions where you've won, but since you don't get a single second on the clock, it really just becomes a race to make the most amount of moves. And John, he needs to practice that, but still an impressive result by him so far with 7 points. Can he decorate his score slightly and climb on our streamer leaderboard? That would be exciting, but even more exciting, who will win? It has to be between these 3 players, Move Ahead, Minlay, or Magnus Carlsen, who does have 8.5, or Magnus can't win no matter what. So it's between these 2, which is good. That's why we're watching this game.
Exactly. It's going to be a surprise winner, no matter what. One of these 2 at least will move on to 10 points, maybe even 10.5 if it's Move Ahead to win. So Magnus in clear third cannot catch And okay, we see a really solid, well, I say Slav, but it started life as a London system. And Min Lei is a very patient player, also very quick. I think he can match move ahead speed. So we'll see. We'll see whether the Iranian youngster can hold his nerve here.
Yeah, very solid so far. Both players making solid moves. Nothing too fancy just yet, but as we've seen in previous games, it starts off slow and then it heats up after reaching the middle game. Move it actually down on time now for maybe the first time today, it feels like.
Yeah, we've seen him a lot, and every time he's up like 5-10 seconds minimum, and he always seems to win in the time scrambles.
I figured out your next work, David, which should be personal trainer.
Okay.
Push. Like standing there screaming, harder, push.
I mean, my body is a temple. Personal trainer, I've been working up to that career for many years.
Yes.
As people know. But chess trainer, maybe.
But it is like its own ability to play those kinds of situations well and to know, like, for example, moving a pawn forward, that's like a very predictable thing that you can do very quickly, and avoiding checks, of course, and trying to trade off so that the other opponent doesn't have a knight. There's a lot of stuff you can kind of perfect that isn't really relevant to the rest of chess, but just like specifically time scramble skills.
Exactly. It's a game of its own, like it's bullet chess and
pre-moves, not to say the least. What is a good pre-move? What's a bad pre-move?
Exactly. And sometimes you just have to weigh up the risk for reward ratio. Like at some point, your opponent's not trying to catch you in a pre-move, therefore you can risk them a bit more. You can gamble, and you save an extra second or two, which could be vital. John was so close to, like, his opponent still had one pawn. If he could have given up his rook for that, if he could have just promoted 1 second earlier, he probably would have got at least a draw. So, small margins. But this position, meanwhile, looks like a Scandinavian almost, with this pawn structure. Black with the pawn wall, preventing white from stepping forward, but white has the central pawn.
And Leah twirling his hair there, very intensely.
Yeah, I think he would win the world championship for hair twirling. He's been doing it for years. Mikhail Antipov, another grandmaster, is maybe his only rival.
That's very specific knowledge, David.
I've played these guys before. They're famous for it. And move ahead's playing rock solid chess. He knows the draw's enough. He is happy to just trade off all the pieces.
Yeah.
Well, so is Min Lei. He's like, draw, I'll get second.
Yeah, but is Min Lei going to be happy about that? He's never won Title Tuesday since they renewed the format and removed the increment. That was back in September 2025. So I'm wondering, like, doesn't he want to win? This is a very good opportunity. He's won 9 games already today. He's in good shape. This could be his opportunity. And we have seen signs of weakness from move ahead in this game, I would say. He spent more time than he usually does. And he's behind on the clock, which is new.
Yeah, I would say, like, maybe I'm underestimating Min Lei. Maybe he was playing that for a win. If the queens had come off, like, the black pawn on the edge of the board on a dart square was a bit weak. And, like, if it had a step forward, then the white king would have run over quickly to go for it. So it was a bit of a kind of risk-free dice roll there.
Yeah, I mean, talking classical chess knowledge term, then the bishop should be better than the knight when you have pawns on both sides of the board, which we have right now. Whereas if you have the knight and a queen, those are considered better than the knight and the queen and the bishop together. So from such a point of view, well, it was correct for him indeed trying to trade off the queens, I would say.
True, and also correct for move ahead to avoid the queen exchange.
Exactly.
And now white has to be a bit careful. Like, the black queen can come in, hitting the bishop on its path. And yeah, you need to shut that door. He doesn't look happy. And he drops back his queen, and he's blundered, has he? Hand to head. Queen hits the bishop, and this check.
Oh.
Have to stop both.
And he's going to win a pawn, maybe?
Ooh, and the twirling intensifies.
Nice. Just losing a pawn. And it turns around completely.
Well, that went really quickly.
Like, I mean, it wasn't hidden. Black's last move was pawn to a4. He created a square for his queen to use. Like, that's the only square the queen could use. And to miss that is slightly odd.
Move ahead is like, what?
He's like, okay.
Okay, it's frozen.
Locked in completely.
Yeah.
The only way to save the pawn is to defend it now. Like, you have to defend it with your bishop. And then a check can still be blocked by the white queen. So the game continues.
Oh, and Hikaru has lost his final game, which means that Hikaru ends up with 7.5 points. He's not going to get any points for the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard this week either. Won't be in the top 10.
Worrying signs with the candidates approaching. Like, it's just like results-wise is one thing, but confidence. Like,
yeah.
Like, even though you don't reveal any of your preparation or anything, it feels like it's not building any confidence whatsoever.
And Min-Lei looks devastated.
Yeah.
His username on chess.com is wonderful time, but he's having anything other than a wonderful time in this position.
That's such a nice name to choose.
Yeah, but Queen and Knight. You talked about it, Jon Christian. Like, this is probably the best Queen and Knight combo you'll ever see.
And now you have an extra pawn as well. This is not fun to play for white. You are playing, just trying to survive, and you're not. So.
Oh, the knight's coming round. Oh, that is a big threat. White's going to have to block it.
The point is that the queen and the knight, they do different jobs, whereas the queen and the bishop, they move the same. So the queen and the knight are really potent attacking duo.
Yeah. I mean, this bishop, like, it's hitting thin air, and it's never going to have a target. Like, it's got nothing to hit.
Yeah.
And 2 pawns up now. Seeing the move ahead. His king's going to be super safe. King safety as well in queen endgames. So important. The king's going to hide.
Anything goes. H5. Good move. Great move.
Yeah. And, yeah, anything. He's going to blow open some lines. The queen and knight are going to combine. Oh, he's going to be uncatchable.
It's Title Tuesday. It seems like it has turned into a young man's game now.
Yeah, as if chess wasn't already headed in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, king holds the door, but for how long? Yeah, probably the only move not to play is bring the knight back, allowing some checks and some
Seems unnecessary, even though probably still winning.
Probably.
Yeah.
The king comes out, pokes its head out. Interesting. Any checks on the diagonal can be blocked by the queen or by pawn. This is still hanging over white's head. Yeah. What to do, how to do this without any risk, with the minimum of fuss. Even a draw is enough for him to win the tournament move ahead. So Min-Lei needs a miracle.
Like knight e4 is maybe too much. No, it's actually enough.
Yeah, that's totally fine as a move with the pin.
Yeah. I was thinking queen c2, but then queen g6. So.
Yeah. Probably just a very good move, actually. And Min-Lei's trying to create counterplay, but he's going to get hit in the center here. Oh, he can't hold everything. The pawn's going to continue advancing. He has to trade off.
So the one thing he can try to do is just play super quickly and win due to time, but yeah, seems like it's not going to happen even. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and he gave a smile there, Min-Lei. He knows that pawn was hit, and that pawn is his last chance. He's going to gamble everything on here. But no, that's going to be over. He's going to be 3 pawns down, 12 seconds left, and he resigns.
All right. Congratulations, move ahead.
Yeah, seen a move ahead. Tournament winner.
10.5 points.
Just crazy. I'm wondering if he in any way is going to be disappointed that he didn't get a perfect 11 out of 11, because the game that he drew, he probably should have won.
Yeah, he was 1 minute up in a better position in a queen endgame. He could have played on forever, but okay, I guess perfectionism isn't the most important thing. Tournament victory and the points on the leaderboard. That's going to be the main thing.
Absolutely. And we do see that Magnus was able to win against Caruana in his final game. But a draw would have been enough for Move Ahead, who wins incredibly convincingly with the biggest numbers we've seen in Title Tuesday in a very long time. So a big congratulations to him. Still some games ongoing, which could affect the top 10. We do see that there are some shifts, and the top 10 spots marked with green are the ones that give points to the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard. So still something to play for these other guys. Caruana narrowly missing out on some points, but we have one final game that is ongoing to see if that might affect the tie breaks of the players in the very top, but doesn't seem to do so. Lazovic, who also had a very good tournament, he reaches 9 points. Sorana, who's had a lot of luck in Title Tuesdays before, but in the top spot was the player we've found had the most sexy and impressive moves today, Jon Christian.
Yeah, I mean, he played fantastic chess. I mean, wow, the way he calculates, it's so incredible. It's been a long time since I've seen somebody be this tactically sharp. He just threw out tactics. I mean, after thinking a couple of seconds, this is, I would have to think so long to figure out what's going on in this position, and he does it in seconds. It's so impressive.
Yeah. And another thing that we have to look at, I mean, John Bartholomew, who did really well. Let's take a look at one of the best moments that he had during the tournament. Or maybe not the best moment. That's
bittersweet.
A wrong way of talking about it. But he should have won this.
Exactly. He should have won. He did everything right on the board, totally outplayed. Positionally, strategically, objectively, totally outplayed one of Hungary's top grandmasters and a member of their Olympic team. I mean, he won the pawn there. He was pushing his G-pawn, but time ran out. The clock went red. There were no pre-moves. He could have been pre-moving there, for example, with his rook. But he made Sugirov sweat. Almost took down another super grandmaster, former 2700 grandmaster in the Scandinavian. Ultimately, just 1 or 2 moves too slow. And there we go. Just in the nick of time, Sugirov was able to clinch it. But John, I mean, I've been so impressed. Like, I predicted he would get 7. To see him dominate opponents like that on the board, that was another level.
And I'm sure he'll be happy with the tournament overall in any case. I mean, he did really well, and he beat Pranov with his favorite opening, Scandinavian defense. So he really had a good tournament despite this loss here in the time scramble. He didn't have much experience playing without these increment seconds. But we'll be ready to hear from him in just a little bit. We are currently trying to get a hold of the winner, Sina Move Ahead, and it would be very interesting to hear what his takes are on this day. I mean, how happy do you think he is right now, David?
I mean, if I were 15 and I just crushed the whole chess world, like in such dominant fashion, I'd be jumping up on my bed. I don't know what I would be doing to celebrate, but he seems pretty chilled. Like every time I see him, he seems to take it in a stride. And he probably sees this as just part of the bigger journey.
And I am informed that we are joined by Sina Move Ahead here. Congratulations on winning. Can you hear us in the studio?
Yeah, thanks for having me here. I'm very happy to win it.
And this is the first time that you are winning Title Tuesday since they renewed the format and removed the increment. What is it like for you to win with 10.5 points out of 11?
I always struggle in 5+0, but this time it worked very well for me, so I'm very happy to do that.
And you were really on a roll today. You beat Magnus Carlsen. I mean, is that special for you, or is that something that you expect of yourself these days?
This is not something that I expect, but in Blitz, I have I really feel that I have great chances, at least online against Carlsen, as I have played many matches against him. Also, he played poorly against me as well. So the opening he chose was also very dubious.
And I'm sure you've heard this pun on your name before, that everyone is saying that your name, Sina Move Ahead. It's so perfect for chess. You do know that, right?
Yeah,
All right.
It's very funny.
It is, and it's a very good name. I mean, today there was so much praise in the studio here from all the tactics you were able to see in just a matter of seconds, especially in those final games. And you had one draw. Is it annoying that you didn't manage the perfect 11 out of 11?
No, actually, I wasn't perfect today at all. The first 4 rounds was just terrible. I could lose any of them against weaker opposition, but somehow I gathered myself, and after that, I was in form, and I took it very easily. Yeah.
And I have to ask you as well, Sina, I mean, with the situation in the world, and especially for your country, Iran, is it difficult to play chess while there's so much going on in the situation of your country?
I'm also currently I'm not in Iran because I think in Iran there's no internet, international internet. I'm in Armenia now, and I'm playing from Armenia. So I hope that everything will be fine in my country. And I just play chess. This is my work, so I really don't have thoughts on that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you are able to participate in Title Tuesday, and we hope to see you back next week. Congratulations on winning the tournament, and congratulations with getting 10 points for the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So he said that he didn't play very well in the first 4 rounds. He was quite critical of himself. I mean, he won so many games, and he won so convincingly. He must have like very high expectations of himself.
Yeah, he's lucky that we only started watching him from round 5 onwards. But
I want to say typical chess player.
Exactly.
So typical to be very self-critical. But I mean, that's how you grow and become better. If you always want to try to improve and are critical to yourself.
Yeah.
All right, and we are also getting ready to hear from John Bartholomew, who was sitting in the other room, and it was a really good day to be playing from Magnus's office.
Exactly, something magical in the end. Magnus's office. We'll hear from the man himself in a moment, but it was a lot of fun to follow John's games, and especially getting in those Scandinavian defenses. That was just a bonus.
Yes, hello, John, and welcome to the studio.
Hello, not Kaya, aka Mod. I'm sorry, I couldn't see you guys on camera when I was in there. So
do not worry about that. But congratulations on doing very well today.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. 7 out of 11 was my target score. I lost the last 2 games, but this was an absolute dream to play here from the studio. So I very much enjoyed it.
And we were paying attention in several of your games where you were in time scrambles, and it was clear that your experience, and we even heard you say it briefly, that like your experience with playing without increment, it needs a little bit of work now that the Title Tuesday format has adjusted itself.
Yeah, look, we chess players can come up with excuses for anything, so I'm not going to sit here and claim, I'm rusty on the clock. But it's been an issue for me throughout my chess career, and always something I'm trying to rein in. I don't think I'll ever fully solve it, but David, I know you're a time trouble player as well.
Exactly.
You should have been hearing, like, we saw a replay of the situation when you have, like, seconds left, but I really wanted us to have that replay with sound because David was, like, basically standing in his chair and he was like, push the pawn. I was almost, like, worried you would hear it from the other room.
I was just willing you to make the pre-moves and get the queen and so close.
That's the most frustrating thing as a spectator, right?
No,
just do it, push the pawn.
We were all rooting for you. But yeah, I think it's very relatable, like, the struggles, and especially, like, so many young players, they grew up with a mouse in their hand. It's hard to keep up the speed.
Yeah, and I mean, for those of you out there, it's really true. Once you hit a certain age, like, you don't think it's going to happen, but your brain processing, it just starts to slow down just a little bit.
But you did have some very good positions against lots of grandmasters. And what was the highlight for you today?
I think the highlight was checkmating Pranav V, and I think it was the 3rd round with Queen H4 mate in this Scandinavian defense.
Okay.
Because I was under pressure on the clock, and I managed to pull out that mate. So that's a highlight for me.
All right. And what is next for you now, like chess-wise? I saw that you were announced to be playing the Naroditsky Memorial Tournament, which is this summer in July. Are you doing anything else in the meantime before that?
You know, as far as competitive play goes, probably not.
But I'm very much looking forward to that tournament. Daniel was a good friend of mine. I know he was a friend to many of you guys. So yeah, I was thinking about him today as I was playing and how much he loved Title Tuesday. So yeah, as far as competitions go, that's going to be my next endeavor.
All right, and also, since you are a fan of the Scandinavian defense, are you doing anything else here in Scandinavia or in Norway? You've been here before.
We're going to the Good Night tonight. We're going to hang out at the Good Night bar and probably get some Scandinavian defense games in person. Maybe we'll see you guys there. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm here for another day or two, and I love being here. This is my third time here. I highly recommend any chess fan or anyone in general, if you get a chance to come to Oslo, come to Norway, you should do it.
Thank you. That's a very good commercial, because Magnus sometimes will complain about the weather and then go play from Spain instead. So thank you for being positive to our hometown of the three of us. And let's also take a look now, finally, at the updated standings on now that we have the winners of today. We do see that Sina move ahead. He moves to the very top of the standings in split 3. We're only on game week 2, so getting 10 points is very important. But Magnus does secure second place, which was important for him as he didn't play last week. Theodoru also getting another 4 points, adding to the 3 he already had. So Hikaru still in 12th place here with only 2 points. He must be disappointed, David.
Definitely disappointed. Hikaru will look on the bright side. This was just a warm-up for the candidates tournament. He probably didn't reveal any opening secrets, so he'll hope maybe that his confidence wasn't too dented. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be back on the other side of the candidates to win some more Title Tuesdays.
And we can also take a look at the overall standings. Then we do see that Hikaru is at the very top, but no changes here because nobody got any points today of these guys. We saw that Nepo, he lost very early on today, so Maxime was probably disappointed. So this is, we do see that Serrana has 2 points. So that's what the table looks like so far. And thank you guys for being here in the studio with us. And thank you to everyone who watched. We will be back next Tuesday in 1 week. Write it down in your calendars. Bye. With 30 seconds left, is Magnus going to be able to make that decision?
Oh, that's a big call. Wow. He's worked it out. No, he's walked into the wrong square. Black is winning here, apparently, but not easy at all. And it's going to be a draw by repetition. And he's going to get his pawn through. Look at that. Bishop deflects.
Oh, what's going on?
And it's discovered check to end the game. Oh, 2 seconds.
No,
2 seconds. He blunders his rook.
No.
Oh,
That's
frustration.
painful.
Here we go.